Yeah. Don't.
Yo, what's up, you guys? Johnny Beane here. January 24th of 2024. Remember that date. I'll be coming at you live from the NAMM show, 2024 NAMM. If you want your exclusive coverage of NAMM, this is the place you want to be. Johnny Beane YouTube channel. But hey, we're also live over on Facebook, as I'm letting the Facebook audience into the stream. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Twitch, I believe. Well, that's wrong. There we go. All right, we're live on Facebook, I think. We'll see what happens. But hey, you guys, smash that thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button. Help us get to 12K YouTube subscribers. And one more quick announcement, you guys. You want to win that guitar? Of course you do. So when we get to 20K, we will do a giveaway for that. So, yeah. But hey, let's do this. This is OU81 Tuesday, the Van Halen show. By the way, we're doing a magazine giveaway. So make sure you participate in the chat. All right, let's do this. This is exclusively Van Halen, the Van Halen show on YouTube for January 2nd, 2024. Hello, 24.
Hello, everybody.
All right, let's do it. YouTube, Johnny Beane.
Hey, this is Michael Anthony right here, and you are watching exclusively Van Halen on the Johnny Beane TV. Keep it there. Woo! See ya!
Thank you, Michael Anthony. Hey, what's up, dudes? Yeah.
Hello, Lewis, Scott, Rock Daddy, Janice, Zach, everybody.
What's up, you guys?
Ryans, both Ryans.
What's up? What's up? This is the first, well, technically it's not the first show of 2024 because we were live doing the New Year's Eve show 2024. I did a video earlier from Guitar Center. And if you guys want to see that video, exclamation point pink in the chat will give you that video. That was just earlier today. There we go. But hey, this is the first Van Halen show of 2024, exclusively Van Halen. Can you guys hear us okay? How are the levels?
I hear you fine.
You hear me fine? Okay. Maybe my ears are just destroyed.
Your shirt looks pink.
It is. It is. This is awesome, man. I got this from the Gibson Garage in Nashville, Tennessee. Kramer. It's Kramer time, you guys. Yeah. So, hey, you guys, don't forget. Let me say this again, okay? Because we want to make sure of a few things. NAMM show is coming up January 24th of 2024. Just in what? A little over 20 days?
Yeah.
Right? Is 2 plus 2 4? 20 days-ish?
22 days.
22 and 22. 20, hey, that's a Taylor Swift song, 22. I heard that song yesterday. I heard it yesterday. You guys, in 22 days, NAMM show. This is the place you want to be. Johnny Beane YouTube. Well, not just YouTube. Johnny Beane Facebook, Johnny Beane Twitch, Johnny Beane TikTok. All my different places, right? I'm everywhere there is. Exclamation point link in the chat, please. But hey, NAMM show is coming up. I'm lining up some special guests for you guys. For NAMM show interviews. So, yeah, it's all good. So if you want your NAMM content, because other channels other channels were bringing you stuff like this. And yeah, you don't want that. That's boring. That's I don't know. Unless you like ghosts, I guess. They're here. If you like that, I mean, that's cool. That's cool. But if you want your NAMM show coverage, this is the place you want to be. And yes, my first NAMM show, I was 4 years old.
Live at NAMM.
Yeah. So, hey, NAMM show is coming up. Very big deal, you guys. So this is the place you want to be. So make sure to smash that subscribe. Let's get to 12K YouTube subscribers. And again, once we hit 20K, we're giving that away. Hey, that rhymes.
There you go.
Very good. So, hey, let's start this off. Let's say hello to the top tier of channel members here on Johnny Beane YouTube channel membership. It's an awesome way to help support the channel and support these shows. And the top tier are the executive producers, and they are Sherman Callahan, Michael B. Live, CC, Nova 9, Michael Smith, Music Therapy, Laz, R. Habs, Warlag, Patty Dill, Fairfield Guitar Co., Majestic PB and J Cat, Guitarman 45, and Janice Lala.
Wow, you sound like you had a frog in your throat there, Joe.
I know. Executive producers. If you want to become an executive producer, become a channel member. You get your name your name is green in the chat. You get special emojis only you can use. It's a pretty cool. You get exclusive content that only you. Oh, these batteries are dying. Dang it.
Janice, can you please send him another tweet reminding him to buy batteries for his applause box?
Yeah, applause box. Applause is all one word, not applause box. Yeah, it's busting up. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's at Real Johnny Beane on Twitter. Thank you, Janice. So there you go. And if any of you guys were watching me earlier today, I was live at Guitar Center. I was playing a Charvel Pro Mod Platinum Pink guitar. I think the wiring was kind of weird. Check out that video. The link to that will be at the end of this video. But if you had noticed, was it Keith H? I think Keith H had dropped what's called a super chat during the live stream. Thank you, Keith H, for dropping the super chat. Here in the studio, super chats change the color of my lights. And if you're like wondering, like, what does that even mean, Johnny? These lights, this is the Guitar Noir. You can change these lights in real time. Like when I got home from Guitar Center, the lights were green. Roxy green.
As long as they're not pink, we're good.
Yeah. But you can change those lights in real time and help support the channel, support these shows.
Look, they're changing to pink now.
It's turning to pink. Yeah, I know.
Shut them off.
But hey, what do we see? Oh, we got a prize right there. Again, at 20K, this could be yours. And there's several prizes back there. Oh, for today, I found a stash of these. Look at that. We got the Eddie Van Halen, one of the tribute models. Models?
Ooh.
What am I saying? Tribute issues. There we go. I've been busy. I've been so busy today. I don't even know what I'm saying. Tribute issue. This came out a few years ago. I got a hold of a few of these, and if you would like to win one of these, all you got to do is participate in the chat tonight. And towards the end of the show, in roughly an hour and 40 minutes-ish, I'll tell you guys to start typing numbers into the chat. We do like a random number thing where you can win prizes on the channel here. So if you want to win that, stick around, hang out with us. Let's talk. I know it's like I was telling Ron before we started. I'm like, there's not much going on in the world of Van Halen. You know, I mean, there's some stuff. We'll talk about some stuff. A lot of you guys are messaging me saying, how come you're not talking about the 1984 record? Technically, the anniversary of that isn't until next Tuesday. So next Tuesday, we'll definitely be talking about the 1984 album. It was January 1st, 1984, that the Jump video premiered. I believe that's the actual anniversary going on.
Might as well jump.
So, Jump!
That guitar, you're giving that away, right? At $20K.
That
20K is not that far away for the giveaway.
Yeah. That's true.
You can have Kramer in your house.
Wait a minute. Gunnerman 54. Let's see. Let's see if that does it. That should change if it hasn't already. No, it hasn't. Dude, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Again, we did a New Year's show
It's going white.
Sunday.
Nope, going pink.
It's the color that it's set to right now. It's kind of like it's like pink. It's not really pink. It's more like a flesh tone, and then blue there. But then the entire there it went. There it went.
Green
See?
for money.
There we go.
There you go.
Gunnerman 54. Thank you so much. There you go. See, that's a perfect example of Super Chats changing the color of the lights and helping to support the channel and support these shows. Hey, support the trip to NAMM.
Yeah,
I can't really walk over there.
Mine.
Yeah. Can't really walk over there. Can't really. Well, are you coming out?
Well, no, just for 2025.
For 2020.
If I start now, I'll be good next January.
Okay.
Depends on how many guitars I end up with this year.
I'm giving guitars away, and you're buying new guitars.
Well, you know the brought back from the dead semi-hollow body that I did. Actually, it was more hollow than anything. He picked it up today.
Oh,
Very
cool.
Very pleased with it. But he dropped off another basket case.
Oh.
This is a mid-'80s. Now, I already got tore apart, most of it. The neck's over there. But this is a mid-'80s.
Oh, I know that guitar. That's
not the original pickup. He just got this 2 days ago. Now, I did buff it out because it has been in a smoky house for 40-some years. And believe it or not, this cream color crackle got brighter as I buffed it out.
Mm-hmm.
But it does have chips on it. He's like, don't fix the chips. Leave it like it is. So, it's got chunk missing here, chips here. Not on the horns, though, amazingly. The neck frets are shot. This EMG was put in by a guy 30 years ago, and he said, I want you to know that, he said, Ron's going to really have to redo this. He said, these are not EMGs. They're not active, so they're not even hooked up. This is just hooked up, but it's only put together with Scotch tape. I took the neck off, but this is a 1986 or 87 West Tone.
Yes. I was about to say, I know that guitar, and I was trying to think of what the company was. I knew it was some.
Yeah.
I remember those. I remember the ads. You would see the ads in the magazines for those. West Tone.
Yeah, the tremolo on it's a piece of crap. So I'm going to actually route this out and put a Floyd in it for him.
Oh, cool.
And I got to take a little bit. Well, really, if I go with the right now, it would have to be. I'd have to take just this little corner out for the trem bar.
Mm-hmm.
But if I take the whole thing down, then he'll be able to pull back on it too.
Mm-hmm.
See, right now it'd be set up. It's an arch top, so I don't want to go flat on an arch top against the body. So I told him, I said, I have the template. It won't take nothing to route that out. And so this is going to take me about a week to do. I'm going to have to. I haven't taken this cover off yet. I'm afraid to. When he told me that it was put together by a store, a tech at a store with Scotch tape, my first comment was it Guitar Center?
Hang on.
Because I thought, I see what they did to a couple Strats in the last few weeks.
Oh man, I don't even want to. Yeah, it's too bad, man. I mean, you guys see, I go to Guitar Center. I do the where I play I'll show you guys a guitar, and sometimes I'll walk around and show you what's going on. Sometimes when I walked in there today, there was a line of people at the counter, and there was nobody working the counter.
You're waiting for strings.
It was terrible. It was terrible. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, it's a good thing I'm not buying anything there today.
Skyprop, when was the last time you were at Guitar Center at Robinson? That's the one I go to, and it's also the one he goes to. Last time I was there, it was
cool.
the same thing. There was you couldn't find anybody working.
No. Nah, it's really too bad what's going on over there. Because you pick up a guitar to play, and a lot of times, I mean, they're never set up. I think they just take them out of the box and just throw them up.
I believe
toss them up onto the racks. The one I played today, if you guys saw the video I did today, again, !pink in the chat. That's the command I'm using for Nightbot. Because the guitar was platinum pink. It didn't sound right. There was something wrong with the wiring in there. And I know it's not the guitar. The guitar shouldn't sound like that.
No, not at all. That sounded terrible. And the Seymour Duncans don't sound like that.
No, they don't.
So something was wrong. Something was wrong somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it almost sounded out of phase to me.
Mm-hmm.
So the wiring was just screwed up because when I kept saying, by the way, you guys, okay, here's your 1984 Van Halen reference. I kept saying the word jump when I talked about switching in between the pickups. I'm like, did you hear that jump between the humbucker and then when it goes to humbucker single? Like the volume totally cut out.
Yep.
And was very piercing once you incorporated the single coil. Once you got back to the humbucker, the tone, the volume was just a major jump. I kept saying that earlier, and it wasn't right. So
no, it wasn't.
And then I think our friend Majestic PB&J Cat, he left some comments on that video saying, well, hey, I think he was saying he has one of those guitars. And there's a coil cut on there.
Oh, it's got a coil tap?
There's like a push-pull. I didn't notice it. I was...
Well, it would have been pulled up to sound like that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there on that particular one, there wasn't. Check the description of that video. I copied some of the text from the internet. I didn't see anything in there about a push-pull. So...
Was that a metallic pink?
Platinum.
Oh, okay.
It was called Platinum Pink. Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice guitar. The Charvel, it's called the Pro Mod, I think. Pro Mod.
Yeah, there's
humbucker
Pro Mod,
single.
Then there's Sam Demas brand model.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. Hey, Majestic, channel member, name's in green. I don't have that model, but I have the Style 2. It's the Telecaster version from a couple of years ago, and it rips. Cool. Yeah. Anyway, you guys. Oh, wait, there isn't a push-pull on that model, Greasy Monkey is saying. Okay, I didn't think so. Pro Mod is Soquel. Pro Mod Soquel. Yeah, Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky. By the way, Ricky, next time we're live there right now. Can you jump over to Twitch and just say something in the Twitch chat? Because I know I had talked to you over on Twitch in the chat over there. And you had said something at some point, and the Twitch had like banned you. I don't know if you even knew this because you used some keyword that you got banned on Twitch. I see it in the chat log every time I log in. So I just want to make sure you're not banned over there anymore. Okay. Yeah, you have to on the internet. You have to be really, really careful what you say into chats because even on Facebook, you can get banned and blocked and not even realize it.
I got notification today they removed post of mine, but they don't show you what the post is or tell you what it is. And the only thing I've posted in the last 2 weeks has been nothing but Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So apparently Zuckerberg doesn't like Christmas.
Well, bah, humbucker. Okay, there you are. All right, you're there. Ricky, good. Glad to see you over there. Now come back over to YouTube, please. Because on YouTube, that's the only place where you can actually win the prize. Plus, we're trying to build up the YouTube. We're trying to get to the 12K. Right, Majestic? Okay, he's saying mine actually has the Fishman Fluence Classics with the push-pull coil splits and all that. Tons of options. That guitar sounds cool, man. Right on, dude.
And it's
Okay.
a Telly style?
It's a Telly style. T
boy.
style.
That's what Johnny wants.
T style. Okay, I know this is the Van Halen show. I was telling Ron before we started, I'm like, yeah, I wish this was just the regular guitar show tonight. But anyway, let's talk some Van Halen. And then, by the way, we're doing the giveaway right here for the magazine. I ran into a few copies of these, and these they were first issued in 2020. Now they're back. I got a few copies. This one's up for grabs tonight. So let's talk some Van Halen.
I did send you an 18-minute video on WhatsApp that's Van Halen and Randy Rhoads related.
On WhatsApp?
Yeah, 18-second video.
18. Was it today or before?
Yeah, just a little bit ago, within the last 45 minutes.
Who is that? Is that the Hetfield?
No.
Is that Hetfield?
No, that's the guy who put Eddie Van Halen's picture on Randy's wah-wah pedal, and that's him telling about it. And it shows the picture he put on it, too.
That looks just like James Hetfield. Wow. Huh.
Should be like 18 seconds long. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I thought you sent me something Metallica.
No.
That looks so much like you guys. That's James Hetfield. See, that's James Hetfield, man. All right. Well, because of copyright, I can't play the video on here, but
you can watch it and look at the picture.
I can watch it, and apparently, well, tell us the story. I can see there's a wah pedal with a photo of Edward on there.
That's the picture he put on there.
Who is that? And what's the deal?
That was the guy who ended up being Randy's guitar tech in Quiet Riot.
Randy Rhoads.
Yes. And when everybody started comparing Eddie to Randy and then Randy to Eddie, it was basically Randy didn't want nothing to do with it. But the guy even says, I put this on Randy's wah pedal just to piss Randy off. And he said, when he stepped on it, he was like he was stepping on Eddie.
That's a lot like in the Police, which, by the way, I just realized I totally forgot. We're doing a show this week. We're doing a show this Friday. This Friday's show will be about the Police, and my friend Jay will be here. I know, and Ron, if you want to join us and talk some Police.
Okay.
That's happening this Friday. But that sounds a lot like back in and again, I know this is the Van Halen show, but we're talking a lot of different stuff. In the Police, in the early years, Stuart Copeland, the drummer, would write on his drum heads F off and then the C word on his drums. And every time he would do a fill, it'd be F off C word, and that was directed at Sting. See, it was like he was doing that to Sting every time he would play. Anybody, if you know your Police history, you'll know the photos of Stewart's set, and you see those words written on his heads. So that's a similar type of thing.
Again, the guy says he put it on there just to piss Randy off. I mean, he actually even says that, just to piss Randy off. Yeah.
Why would his tech? He would lose his job.
Well, the tech got tired of everybody saying Eddie's learning from Randy, or Randy's learning from Eddie's. Because if you watch the whole show, he talked about earlier. He's like, I just got sick of hearing it, and he's like, this was my way of putting an end to it. And he's like, and Randy's, it made him mad, but we left it on there.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have a show this Sunday night too, interview.
I do.
Yeah, Faith and Failure.
Oh, okay. Janice, send me a tweet at Real Johnny Bean. Reminded me about that, and I need to make a card. So if you know those guys, reach out to them and tell them to send me a photo to use for the thumbnail.
Okay.
All right.
I can do that.
So 2 special shows coming up this week. Friday is we'll be talking about The Police. Saturday, I guess, will be Saturday night. Sunday, we'll be talking to Ron's son's band called Faith and Failure. Very good. Right on.
I'm going to be watching the show. I'm not going to be on it.
You'll be watching.
Yeah. I don't want to embarrass my son.
You'll be tweeting Janice the whole time. Janice! Tell Johnny to stop asking that question. Oh, well.
What can I say?
Is Janice even here?
Yeah, she's here.
Janice.
Funny part is my son doesn't like Jacksons.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully years
What's wrong
from
with the
now,
Jacksons?
he don't like the thin, flat neck.
Oh, the guitars.
Yeah, he just doesn't like the necks on them.
Mm-hmm.
So in my will, I had to leave all the Jacksons to my son-in-law, who loves Jackson, and then my son gets everything else. Hopefully, they don't have to worry about that for another 25 or 30 years. But
we're getting old, man. I just noticed.
Oh, Andy said you was old. Segue.
Andy Summers told me I'm old.
Yeah.
So I'm old. I'll admit it. When your hero, when you walk up to your hero and he says you're not. Anyway, you guys, it's crazy. We'll talk about this Friday on the Police show. Man, it's crazy. You guys. All right. But hey, don't forget, smash that thumbs up. We got 20 thumbs ups. We got 50 people here. You guys are awesome. Smash that thumbs up. Can we get to 50 thumbs ups? By the way, don't forget to subscribe. We're looking to get to 12K YouTube subscribers. I mean, it's only been, 18 years? So I think we can do it.
And you went over 2,000 in the last year, though, right? Because you were only 8,000 some, I think, when I first got on here.
I don't know.
You were close to 9,000 during my first show. Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I don't know. The thing is, when you don't pay attention to it, that's when you notice it. You don't want to be sitting there like, please, you want to keep busy.
Join.
That
if we need the old music from Ozzy. You like I said, you got to meet your idols. I don't get to see Randy. Well, let's see. I could still technically meet George, and I can meet Ozzy and Tony. So out of 5, there's still 3 I'm able to find. And Lisa, if she helps us here, if she's actively looking for Ozzy in England, to give him the link to one of these shows so he'll join in. Thank you, Lisa.
England is a small place.
Well, Ozzy's out all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So wait, so you meant George Lynch?
Yeah, George Lynch.
Okay, yeah. I met him.
Yeah.
A friend of mine kept some of George's guitars at his house for him. And that's how I didn't meet him because of that. I met him because we were walking out. Dude, it's such a small world. We were at NAMM, and we were at one of the NAMM jams.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the year Fender, EVH put it on. EVH Jackson put this on. And the headliner that night was Jakey Lee. So we got to see him play. And actually it was, Chip Ellis from Jackson Charvel EVH. Yeah. He gave me the tickets to it, so that's how I got in.
Cool.
And so I brought this friend of mine along, and it was what's the other band? What the guy when I was at Guitar Center earlier, the guy mentioned the guy's guitar on the wall. He's like, "Oh, the so and so guitars," and I'm like, "Yeah, those are cool guitars." Who was the what's the guy's name? Charvel he has his own Charvel brand. Anyway, his band played. I'll think of it in a second, or in the chat. Yeah, Red Dragon Cartel played. That was the headliner. Yeah. That was the headliner of the NAMM Jam. This was 2013, 2013 or 2014. No, the guy's band. It's they play. I can't even think of the guy's name. He has a 24 fret guitar. The guitar is kind of like a brownish color, and they have like rubber chickens and stuff on stage.
You lost me on that one.
Yeah, this is true. They're pretty funny. They played. Somebody in the chat will know who I'm talking about. I can't think of the guy's name. Anyway, they played. Jakey Lee played, and then as we were leaving the NAMM Jam, my buddy said, "Oh, there's George Lynch." He was just hanging out, and so we went over and we were talking to him, and that's where I've got a couple of photos with him. And then my buddy, I guess, had kept some of George's guitars at his house at one point. That's how he knew him.
Cool.
So that was cool. So.
George can store a couple of his here.
There it is. Thank you, Johnny HD. It was Guthrie Govan.
Okay.
Guthrie Govan, that's the guy. Yeah, his band played.
MPN, the performer's a little bit wider, but not much. And then Lewis, I spent a lot of time with Jakey Lee, but never met Brad Gillis.
I've met Brad Gillis. I've met him many times. I'd see him at the NAMM show all the time. And then he's actually from the Bay Area. Well, Night Ranger's based in the Bay Area. Yeah, I think Night Ranger was from here. So I've seen him play. I actually saw him play one time at this place in Alameda, California. It's called Rooster's Roadhouse. It's some like dive bar. I've even played there. I played there years ago. Anyway, Aristocrats. Thank you, Majestic. Yeah, they played that NAMM Jam. And they have like rubber chickens and stuff on stage. They've got this whole show. They're pretty funny. But anyway, Brad Gillis was in this band called the Alameda All Stars in the 70s. This is before Night Ranger. And they did like some sort of reunion show or something at this tiny club in Alameda, California. And so I went and I saw them, and I was like, Brad was right here playing, and he was playing like the guitar, the
Red
Fernandez. Yeah. I remember when he walked up, I'm like, "Hey, great show," and then I've met him at the NAMM show many times. I even have some selfies with him as well.
I had a blue Fernandez and it got stolen. Looked just like his red one, but it was like a dark blue, medium dark blue.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Anyway. Let's see. Wow, we're half an hour into this. Yeah. Well, hey, let's talk some Van Halen. This is the Van Halen show. Let's see.
There's no new news this week in the Van Halen world.
Well, I mean, there's some, let's go over to VHND. There's a couple things which we can talk about here. And then, of course, we're doing the giveaway of the magazine a little later on. So if you want to win this,
that's a cool magazine.
Stay here. Do you have this one, or did you have it?
No, I remember seeing it when it came out originally. I was at that Books A Million that had the million magazines.
Yeah, dude, that looks like an awesome newsstand over there.
That's just the back wall. I mean, that store is the size. You could play a football game in that place.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Okay. Let's talk some Van Halen. Van Halen news here. If this pops up. There we go. Van Halen News Desk. Oh, this is posted today. The Devo joke David Lee Roth didn't like. Okay. Let's check this out. I read this earlier. Devo is known for its sense of humor, but not everyone is in on the joke. You ever seen Devo live?
No, but they're from Akron, Ohio.
Oh, cool. I got to see them live at the South by Southwest in 2009. They played the whatever theater is there for their shows, and it was an awesome show. He doesn't like donuts? What? Who doesn't like donuts? Who doesn't like donuts? Come on.
He probably likes the donut holes.
Mm-hmm. Devo's Gerald V. Is it Cassell? Cassell was a recent guest. Cassell was a recent guest on the Paltrow cast and recalled the time an in-concert joke at the expense of David Lee Roth didn't sit well with the Van Halen frontman.
That's the poster David Lee Roth, my wife, used to have hanging on her wall.
Yeah.
When I was dating her.
I actually have 20. I have 20 of those posters.
Jesus.
Every time I would find a vinyl copy of Women and Children First with the poster in it, I would buy it. Because that poster, I mean, it's not super rare, but it's rare enough because it wasn't included in every copy of the record. Only like the first, I think Roth had said the first 1 million copies had the poster in it. So maybe there's 1 million of them out there. I've got 20 of them. Or 25 of them. I've got several, and maybe we'll start giving them away if anybody wants to win that poster, because I have them. But anyway, I only met Dave Lee Roth in passing. Is it Cassell? Cassell, looks like Cassell.
Yeah.
Told Palteritz. Back then, I never met any of the other guys in the band. We were never at the same event, at the same time, in the same room. It just didn't happen. But anyway, Cassell continued. I think the only time I think the only time I heard anything was we were shooting a lot of interrestrial. Is that the word? Interrestrial.
Yeah. Well, they're from Akron, so God knows what they're saying.
Okay, they shot a lot of video in concert with this Nefarious character? Rod Reuter?
Reuter.
I read this earlier, but I don't remember reading these. I didn't have to say these words. I read it I read it to myself. Okay, apparently there's a Saturday Night Live skit with looks like the guys from Devo, it looks like, and Lorraine Newman.
Well, if it's
The
Lorraine
Evil
Newman,
Clowns?
that was in the late 70s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this would have been 78, 79, probably 79. 79-ish, 80. 70, this would have been 78 or 79 when this would have happened. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. He's talking about his favorite band, the Evil Clowns. He's talking to Lorraine Newman. He's putting down Devo. He goes, you know something? Now, Evil Clowns, now there's a band, and it cuts to a famous image of David Lee Roth, shot by Helmut Newton, which is that shot right there, where he's chained to the fence, where he's chained to a chain link fence. We morphed Mark's face into David Lee Roth's. So wait, who's Mark?
Was he the singer of Devo?
Okay, so he's just saying that because it didn't say earlier anything about Mark. Okay. Anyway.
Mother's ball. Mark Mothersbaugh of Devo.
Okay. All right. So apparently, according to this, I'm totally butchering this story, but according to this, it's been a long day. According to this,
can you just highlight it and let the computer read it?
I wish I could. Actually, I probably could. I probably could. Maybe, yeah. I told you, eventually we will be VTubers. You know, we'll be avatars, and it'll be computerized voices reading this stuff. Okay, Skyprop says that's the singer for Devo. Okay, so apparently there was it looks like there was a Saturday Night Live skit. Whether it aired or not, I don't know. But it looks like there was a skit, and Devo performed, and they had a skit where they were talking about bands, or maybe this is backstage. I still don't get it. But either way, they're promoting a book. So you want to check out the book. It's called How David Lee Roth Changed the World. And it's available at Van Halen News Desk, it looks like. Stories about the Devo drummer and David Lee Roth not liking a joke that Saturday Night Live either had or talked about or wrote.
Well, they must have shown it for him not to like it.
Well, either they showed it or word just got back to him like they had talked about it. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sure Mark was happy to be on that image, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because ain't no one from Devo looked like that.
Mm-hmm. I told you, I saw Devo. I saw them in 2009. I got to get in for free because I was a performing artist at the South by Southwest event, so I had the wristband, and I got to get into the show, and it was a great show. Devo, I mean, huge screens of cool stuff, and I mean, you know I mean, I don't know if their songs are actual hits, but some of the songs that we remember from back then, you know.
They had what the hell was the name? They had one that was a big hit, and I can't think of the name of it.
An actual hit, or just one that we knew?
Step on a crack, break your mother's back. Whip it.
Whip it?
Good. Yep.
Whip it.
That was an actual hit.
Yeah. I remember that one. Yeah. Yeah. I always thought the main riff sounded a lot like Pretty Woman. Because it goes, no.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yep.
And it just changes a little bit.
I could have seen them then, like in 80 or 81 in Pittsburgh, and it was Devo opening up for the B-52s.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't go.
Oh, that would have been a great show.
Because it might have been 81 or 82, because Rock Lobster was the big hit from the B-52s at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Greasy Monkey, yeah, Freedom of Choice. That was a great one.
throw the Clash into that mix, you got a hell of a show.
Oh man, I mean, well, back in the day, I mean, any of those bands.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you would get a lot of them on the same bills, here and there, and you know, I guess people would go to a lot of that stuff, but back then, it wasn't like today where.
Yeah, tickets were $7.50.
Oh yeah, the ticket was like $3 to get in to a lot of that stuff or whatever. And you know, a lot of people say today, "Oh man, that would have been a great show to have gone to."
What was your very first show?
My very first show at all, or
The very first concert you ever went to?
my very first concert was this singer named Raffi.
Don't know the name.
Do you guys know who that is in the chat? He was a kids singer. He sang songs to kids. So I was like 8 years old when I went to this show. But the cool thing about it is I even met Raffi. I told you
Did you get a channel ID from him?
I didn't. I'm gonna have to. Janice, can you tweet me and Raffi and say I need a channel ID? He has a song named Baby Beluga. If you have kids, you would know that song. Maybe. I don't know.
Well,
I'll ask your kid on Sunday if you ever sang Baby Beluga to him.
Are 36 and 27.
It was a kid song when I was a kid. And I'm older than that. I'll admit.
Wait,
right?
older
In
than
the chat.
27?
Do you guys know that song? Okay, anyway, so my first show was Raffi. He sang hits like Baby Beluga. And the news filmed that night. The news filmed him talking to me, so I got to be on the news.
See, you were meant to be in the public eye.
I got to be on the news talking to Raffi, and I went to school the next day, and my friends at school said, "We saw you on the news with Raffi." See?
Then it was like, I know what I want to do.
Maybe I'll do a Van Halen show and not talk about Van Halen.
My first one was either, because they were the same year, I just don't remember which one was first, was either Angel with Punky Meadows and Craig Giuffria, or the Doobie Brothers. It was one of the two. I saw them both the same year. I just don't remember which one was first.
That's a good question. In the chat, what was your first show in the chat and on playback down below? Because we need those comments on playback. We need them. Drop it, even if you answer in the chat live. If on replay, if you guys can remember, drop a comment below on what your first concert was. Especially if it was Van Halen. Yeah. What was the year? What was the tour? So my first show was Raffi, but my first real show was Huey Lewis and the News Sports. And so that was cool.
And that was all because of Back to the Future, right?
No, that was actually before Back to the Future. Back to the Future came out in 85. The show was in 84. Yeah. I was a fan of Huey Lewis before that. And then, of course, when he was in that, and the song, of course, But I can take it back to Van Halen. You had mentioned Angel.
Yep.
Okay. So back when Van Halen when they were recording the first album, they were going to release You Really Got Me, I guess, as a single. Right? Or did they? They did, right? Yeah, we heard that. Eddie, at a party, had played some of the members of Angel a tape of You Really Got Me before they released it. The next day, he gets a call from Ted Templeman or something saying, "Hey, did you play that tape for people?" And he's like, "Yeah." And Ted had heard that the band Angel was in the studio that day recording a version of You Really Got Me. And they were going to try to get it out before Van Halen. So Van Halen had to rush the single out of You Really Got Me because of that, which I think is true. That's true, right, you guys?
Yeah, they had Punky Meadows on guitar, Craig Giuffria, keyboards, and I can't remember the singer's name, but he had a unique voice.
Mm-hmm. I've seen video of them in concert. But let's see. Okay, we got some comments, you guys. Blake, mine was Van Halen, 1991 Starwood Amphitheater in Nashville. Alice in Chains opened the show. Right on, man. I saw them in Kansas City, Kansas, 1991. Alice in Chains opened, and I want to say Lane Stanley, right? I want to say he was in a wheelchair because he had a broken leg. Alexander says Van Halen, 1981. Dude, that's an awesome concert.
Yeah.
Scott says Metallica, Justice Tour.
I got to see them with Cliff and then the first tour with Jason.
Ah, wow. Lewis says my second was Kiss Dynasty, 1979. I've seen Metallica. The only time I've actually seen Metallica was I saw them play what's called the Neil Young Bridge Benefit. So they played acoustic. So the only time I've seen Metallica was them playing acoustic. Although after one of the Bay Area used to have these award shows called the Bammies. And I have a story of Sammy Hagar being pulled out and thrown into his car, and me saying hi to him and him being totally blasted. I have a story I can tell you guys about that. Actually, I told Sammy that story one time when I met him, and he thought it was hilarious. I have a photo, actually, of Sammy Hagar being carried to his car that my mom actually took. She took a photo of Sammy. I was like right there in front of him. He was like mumbling. And I told Sammy the story at one point. But anyway, I think it was that same year Jason Newsted was leaving the venue. And I'm like, Jason! And as he's walking away, and he just like went like this. He just like waved. He wasn't even looking. He was like walking. I'm like, Jason! And he goes, like, he didn't even turn around. Right?
He got the raw deal from those guys. I mean, you could kind of understand it because they didn't know how to grieve over Cliff because they were all, early 20s and they didn't have, and so Jason was always being punked. But on stage, when I saw him on stage, man, he put 250% into every performance. He played every show like it was the last show they were ever going to play. And that's the kind of person you'd love to have in a band, especially a live band.
Oh, that's the kind of person you want to be.
Yep.
Treat every day like it's your last because you never know.
And Jason's a killer player too, and singer.
Yeah, I know. You know my friend Dave Lopez?
Yeah.
He's been on here with us a few times.
Yeah.
He was in a band with Newsted.
Cool.
Because when Newsted lived here in the Bay Area, he lived in a town, actually I'm going back up tomorrow. Every week I'm in a town called Walnut Creek. I was up there yesterday.
Walnut Grove.
No. I was up there yesterday. I'll be up there tomorrow. Anyway, Jason used to live in or around Walnut Creek, and that's where I lived for a long time. And he had a studio there called the Chop House. And he had a band of a whole bunch of different people. My friend Dave Lopez was a part of that. And they would jam and have jams. And then I think he moved to Florida eventually.
Yeah,
I want to say
sure
Jason Newsted now lives in Florida.
But
he lived in...
He got the raw end of that whole thing. That was... It's a shame, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. But he was in a band... Actually, I wanted to go see them because they were local to us. And I wanted to go see them, and I never did. I never went and saw them. They actually played shows just right around the corner from where I lived. Jason Newsted.
Yeah,
he was in a band. He was in a band called
Jessam.
No, well, this was like
Before that.
No, this was after that. This was like 10 years ago.
Oh.
He was in a band called Papa Wheelie.
I didn't know
where
that.
he played guitar and sang. He was like the front man of the band. They were called Papa Wheelie. You guys can look it up. And they would play shows right around the corner from where I lived at the time at this place called Red House. It was like this local like rehearsal studio school. And this was like 10 years ago.
Cool.
And then eventually he moved to Florida, I want to say. Because I know he's there now. I think his wife, I think she's an artist. I think they're both artists now. They do a lot of art and stuff. But yeah, he's cool. Okay, wait a minute. I totally forgot. Kevin saw Metallica SF Monsters tour. SF, you mean Candlestick Park? The Monsters Van Halen tour? I wanted to see that, but I was too young to go to that. Because where I lived at the time, it wasn't in the city where I was living. It was like a state or two over.
Offenbach, Germany.
Yo, how do you pronounce your name? Livy? Livel? Are those L's? Anyway, welcome.
Lavilli.
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 How do you pronounce your name? You're new in the chat. I want to say thank you to everybody that's new watching these shows. We have a lot of new people. And you guys...
Man, you imagine that being 14 years old, standing in front of Eddie?
Let me see. Van Halen, 79, Offenbach, Germany, 14 years old, up front, standing in front of Edward Van Halen 2 tour. Dude, that would have been incredible.
Now, which guitar would that have been? The black and yellow one? Black and
It would depend on the show.
Hmm.
Because in '79 he was using the Bumblebee, but he was also using the Frankenstein. Vanelli? What? Man, that would have been awesome. It would have been. I mean, you guys know I got to meet Edward. And I know
You got
the
a better
photo.
version of that now.
I know. I gotta find it. Janice, can you tweet me and tell me I need to upload? Ron kind of doctored up the photo for me, so it looks better.
Try to get rid of all the flash glow.
Yeah. So I've met Edward, but the closest I ever got to them on stage was 2015 tour. I was 10 rows back on his side. And I spent the entire show just being like, wow. I couldn't believe seeing him that close up playing. It just looked just effortless.
Well, like I said, I never got to see Eddie live, but I did have David Lee Roth and Steve Vai come in the studio when he was recording. So there's my Van Halen connection there.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, he wasn't in Van Halen anymore, but it was still David Lee Roth.
And who else?
And Steve.
Crap. How come I could never find these videos? Oh, here it
I'm
goes.
trying to segue.
Right
for
here.
you.
Johnny.
Huh?
Hey, Johnny. I'm over here.
What? Flow 3?
I'm over here.
That's
over
a
here,
cool
Johnny.
number. Who is that?
Hey,
Oh.
Johnny. How you doing? This is Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah, try to
Wow.
record a solo with Steve Vai standing in a control room.
You should, yeah.
Not so easy.
Oh my gosh. Yo, Jim, what's up, man? Jim, good to see you. Last time I saw Van Halen is when we went in '96. Me? You mean me? Oh yeah, we went and saw Van Halen. '96? I think technically it was '95 when we saw them. I remember that though. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Jim. Good to see you, man.
Ricky, he is. He really is.
What?
Steve Vai seems like a chill guy. He is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that video where he's saying, Johnny, over here. There's like more to that video. Maybe I'll upload that at some point where you guys can see. You guys can see that. Let's see. A couple more things here. Nick says, saw the 91 tour with Alice. Very good. Post a better version of that photo. Janice is saying on Twitter. Thank you, Janice. I have it. I need to.
It's in WhatsApp.
I need to upload that. Yeah, Kevin says Queensryche opened for Kiss in Sacramento. Wow.
Queensryche was cool to see on stage.
I saw the home video that they put out.
Did you?
Yeah. I never saw them live, but I saw the home video. It was Balance Tour at Oakland. Yeah. Yeah. And I know this is the Van Halen show, so let me just follow up with some stuff. I don't know if Jim is an old friend of mine, actually. We actually used to play together. He was the drummer in some musical bands that we would play in. Right? That's you, right? That has to be you. Okay. I think that's him. He says we were there. Okay. That show that we went to, Van Halen Balance Tour in Oakland, that was a rescheduled show. The original show that we were supposed to go to, Eddie Van Halen was stopped at the airport on his way up because he had a gun in his bag that he forgot about. So airport security stopped him, and so he couldn't make it up here for the show. So when we get to the show, this is before Jim and I went. This was I was going to the show. Right? Is that the same show? I think it is. And that is you. Okay, that is you. Right on, man. The show that we were supposed to go to, Eddie Van Halen couldn't make it to the show because he was stopped at the airport down, I want to say, Burbank, for having a loaded gun in his bag he totally forgot about. So airport security stopped him. He couldn't get up to the Bay Area to Oakland for the show. So when I went to when I was going to be dropped off get dropped off at the show, there was security saying, hey, the show's been canceled because of illness. And then I'm like, oh, well, that sucks. And then literally the next week in the paper, I still have the paper clipping. It says Eddie Van Halen detained at the airport for a loaded gun in his bag.
And that was 96?
This was 95.
95. Imagine if that would have happened after 9/11. He wouldn't have been detained. He would have been detained behind bars.
Well, that's yeah, you guys, airports are serious. Anyway, yeah, so my friend Jim here, yeah, we went and saw Van Halen. It was 95 balance, and it wasn't who opened. I don't think it was since it was a rescheduled show. I don't think it was the normal band that was supposed to be with them. So it was Tommy Shaw and Jack Blades, and they were called Shaw Blades.
Oh, okay. It wasn't Damn Yankees.
No, it was basically Damn Yankees, but a different guitar player. I don't know who the guitar player was. I think their drummer was Damn Yankees drummer, but their guitar. I'm not sure. I don't know who the guitar.
It wasn't Uncle Ted, huh?
No, it wasn't. Yeah, Shaw Blades. Yeah. Yeah, so they played some Styx stuff, some Night Ranger stuff, Damn Yankees stuff, but it wasn't Night Ranger. It would have been cool if it was. I saw Night Ranger in 90. Saw them live, and that was a great show.
I think Damn Yankees was a good band.
They were great.
Ted surprised a lot of people because no one thought Ted could play that way.
Oh, they were awesome, and they had the tunes, they had the songs too. I mean, they had some major songs. That first album, and again, I know this is the Van Halen show, but we like to talk a lot of stuff. I mean, that first Damn Yankees album, it just has so many great tunes. The second one had some good stuff, but I think after that, I don't think. I read something on the internet. The record company didn't want them to do like a third one because by that time it was grunge. Yeah. Well, actually, by the time their second album came out, grunge was out. So by the time, there was no third Damn Yankees record, or maybe there was, but it was just never released. Something like that.
They had good harmonies too in their songs.
Jack Blades and Tommy Shaw. Oh yeah,
that was great.
Yeah, I mean Tommy Shaw. I mean they would switch lead vocals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean even Ted Nugent would do lead vocals on some songs here and there for them. But like Tommy Shaw, I mean he would have the background vocal, kind of like a Michael Anthony,
mm-hmm.
where you hear him and it's like, oh, that's Tommy Shaw. Like who it is.
I watched a video the other day of Van Halen live. I forget what year it was. 80, 81, and it was you could hear Michael Anthony very prominent in this video. It's like someone filmed it from the audience. It was all grainy and stuff. It wasn't pro shot, but the guy, he was over by Michael Anthony's side for one, and you could hear. And
when was this?
It was 80 or 81.
What show was it?
I don't know. It was on YouTube. I watched it. When was it?
Can you look in your YouTube history and see what show that was? Because there's as far as video, there's nothing out there for those years.
I'll look again. I'll let you know. But it was you could hear Michael Anthony singing a lot. I mean, very prominent. And I thought, damn, he does have a good voice.
Mm-hmm.
Very high.
Mm-hmm.
He was really putting the highs out there.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can always. I mean, he is like Sammy Hagar said back in the '90s. During an interview with Kurt Loder, MTV during Carnal Knowledge era.
Hey, you want to feel old?
Sammy, Andy Summers told me I'm old, so I'll admit I'm old.
Well, Kurt Loder is 78.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought he was 78 then. He was old. When you're a kid, anybody over 30 is old. So he was always old to me.
So say MTV started what, 80 or 81?
Huh?
MTV started in 80 or 81?
81.
81. Okay, so
Yeah.
so
Like August something.
76. So he was what? 36 years old then for MTV.
That's old. That's grown up. Right?
Yeah,
Imagine having a kid that's in their 30s.
I do. You'll talk to him this week.
I know. I'll ask him what he thinks of that. What's it like being in your 30s? I don't remember. People think I'm in my 30s.
You're just 29. You're not in your 30s yet, though, right?
I'll admit I'm older than 29. I'll admit that. I mean, Taylor Swift is still singing a song called 22. And I think she just turned 34. Well, Winger. I mean, look at Winger. They have a song singing about she's only 17.
Well,
but
now she's 47.
now she's 47, but that still doesn't look right for those guys. Oh my gosh.
My daughter did.
She's only 65.
Yeah. My daughter did a photo shoot when he was over in Wheeling because her boyfriend at the time was in the band that opened up for him.
For who?
For Kip Winger.
Solo?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came out and sang She's Only 17 with this guy's band.
Mm-hmm.
And she took all kind of, she was like doing photo shoot for the whole show.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, she got to meet him. And she was only 17 at that time. And I said, stay away from him. I said, I don't want to have to go hurt somebody.
I told you, I met Kip Winger. I met all of them. I've met so many people. It's like I forget. We'll be doing these shows and we'll talk about this stuff. And every once in a while, oh yeah, I met that guy. Or yeah, I talked to that guy. Or I probably have. And I'm not just saying this, but it's true. Like you could almost mention anybody in the world of like rock music, and I'll have some sort of a connection to it somehow.
Tony Iommi.
Well, somebody in the Bay Area.
That didn't last that long. Because my next one was going to be Bill Ward. So.
Well, okay. Yeah. Well, Mikins. Yeah. Jeff Watson. See, Jeff Watson told me I could stay at his house. He was the guitar player in Night Ranger. He was the guy that did the 8-finger technique. And I met him at a Hamer guitar clinic, and he stopped me because I was wearing a Hard Rock Cafe t-shirt in San Francisco. And he's like, that's where I'm from. Like he was telling me, he's like, that's where I live. And if you're ever out there, you can stay with me. So a year or two later, I end up moving out here. And I see him at a show. And I'm like, hey, I'm here. Remember you said I could stay with you? And he wanted nothing to do with me. Although now we're Facebook friends. So at least we're... I think because all I did was ask him about Van Halen. That's the thing is a lot of these guys don't just ask them about other people. I mean, yeah, I know some of these guys. They know some of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when I first met Billy Sheehan, I said, "Hey, can you get me backstage passes to Van Halen?" And he's like, "No, I can't." It's like the different organization. Plus, he was like, "Oh, but it went away." And that's an inside joke. Unless you guys watch this quick clip. Quick clip. Where is it? Let's do that. Because I need to take a break for a second. Where is it? I wish the stuff was alphabetical, but it's not. By the way, this is a podcast. If you guys are wondering what's going on. Oh, here it is. Okay, this will give me a second. You guys, grab a drink, watch this. I'll be right back. Hey, this is Billy Sheehan. You're watching Johnny Beane TV.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Hola, amigos. This is your bass player, Billy Sheehan. You're watching me right here on my dear friend, John. It went away.
Oh, no.
Johnny Beane. I can we do radio IDs all the time, but if it's not written down, even if the guy is standing right there, it's a weird mental
You
problem.
said we're dear friends,
Johnny,
but then you couldn't remember my name.
dear friend, what's it?
Who is that?
No, it's a weird thing. Whenever we do radio IDs or TV things, if it's not written down, you're lost. It's hilarious. But Johnny Beane, come on, here we go. Let's do take two. I'll get it this time, I swear to God.
All right. Ready.
All right. Hola, amigos. This is Billy Sheehan, your bass player, here with my dear friend Johnny Beane. I never forget this guy. He's been so wonderful to me. Let me do take three. Sorry.
Thank you, Billy.
I overdid it now. Here we go. Hola, amigos. This is Billy Sheehan, your bass player, saying hello to you from the fabulous Johnny Beane Show. And thank you for having me on, Johnny. And I hope I see you all around. New Talus.
You're welcome.
New winery dogs coming. Gracias.
It's a lot of clapping. There we go. I made it back just in time. Oh my gosh. There we go. So see, every time there's a joke, we're like, it went away. That's where that's from. Because my name vanished because I highlighted him and my name went away. See. But now it's his name. But now it's my name. But now it's his. So that's where that inside joke, every time we say it went away, that's where that's from. And by the way, Billy Sheehan, you guys, there he is. Okay.
Hell of a bass player.
Oh, he's great. Yo, JG. Super sticker. Thank you so much, man. Unfortunately, those don't change the lights, so I need to manually do that. But, dude, thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Let's see, what is that? It's blue? I know it's red on there, but technically it's blue. There we go. JG, thank you so much. And JG, oh, you're using your free channel member shout out. There we go. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, JG. Happy New Year. Thank you again for your support, being a channel member, all that stuff. What were we saying? Well, I don't know what we were talking about. I don't know. But I do know we're giving away a Van Halen magazine tonight. In, what time is it? About 45 minutes? In about 45 minutes, we will give this away. So if you want to win this, participate in the live chat. Okay? I will tell you guys when, and start typing numbers in the chat. When that is. Okay. It went away. Yeah, see, that's where that came from. Let's see. Sherman Callahan, channel member. By the way, Sherman, thank you so much for inviting us to that show. I think it was last week, but none of us were in town yet. Although I will be in town in a few weeks. I got to work with Billy Sheehan and the band Mr. Big, such nice guys. Yeah, great dudes. I've met the guitar player Paul Gilbert a couple times. Actually, I've met him several times. That's like one of the times right there with Nuno Betancourt from Extreme.
Check your WhatsApp, Johnny.
Great stuff. Okay, let's see. I just saw that. Let's see. London, England, June 1980. And it's video?
Mm-hmm.
It's like Super 8, right? It's an hour? That's audio.
Yeah. Hold on. That's not the right one. Damn it.
That's just audio. There's no video. That's a good show, though. I know that one. Because you guys don't know this, or maybe you do. I have a huge box of Van Halen bootleg cassettes. And one of these shows, we'll go through that box, and I'll show you guys the tapes. Because a lot of them aren't on the internet. Like YouTube and stuff. Oh, that footage? Okay, yeah, that's Super 8 footage from 80. I know that. That's like all there is this from that era. That's like all there is, man.
I'm trying.
Man. Yeah, this is great. I'll show you guys like a still. Like him like playing the star guitar.
There you go, Sky Prop. You wanted the stuff.
Yeah, Sky Prop. It's Van Halen. It's the title of the video is Van Halen 1980 footage. So if you've never seen that, it's very cool. But again, that's all there is. From that era, there's nothing. From well, let's go through the list. Let's bring it back to, I mean, this is the Van Halen show. Yeah. I mean, it says so right there. Van Halen. Let's just go officially after the album. Okay. 78. Well, there's that footage that was released we talked about last week.
Yeah.
Right? Thank you to Speedy Productions. Which, by the way, they reached out to me and they're like, thank you for talking about this stuff. Dudes, Speedy, if you guys see this, well, Speedy's people, thank you for uploading that stuff. That's amazing, amazing stuff.
If you got any more, upload it.
They have other stuff from other bands. If you go to their YouTube channel, there's all kinds
any
of
Randy Rhodes?
Check out their channel. They might.
I will.
They might have that stuff. But so 78, that's like the best stuff there is. The stuff that the Speedy channel's putting out, that's like the best stuff from that era that's out there, as far as I can think. As far as video. 78. 79, there's some other Super 8 stuff out there. Nothing really. Well, they did some professional stuff of like 3 songs. Bottoms Up, Dance Not Away, You're No Good. So there's live versions of that pro shot. Other than that, there's really nothing else out there video-wise. Audio-wise, there's tons of stuff. And there actually is some really good, what am I thinking? Soundboard stuff. There is some really good 79 soundboard stuff out there. Really, really good stuff. 1980. If you're just tuning in, I'm going down the line of Van Halen video stuff that's out there, at least that we know of. 80, there's not much as far as video. There's like that one video that you sent.
Hold on, here's one more.
Let's see.
Hold on, wait, I'm sending it now. Right there.
There we go. Okay. That's them lip syncing to the studio song.
No.
That's not live. But that's a rare video. That's a super rare. I'll show you guys what he sent over. You guys all know this. Them playing Fools. And he's playing the snake guitar. Yeah, that's really amazing footage just in itself. And actually the guy that uploaded that, he like tagged me in it like before he uploaded it. Some of that stuff. He's like, Johnny, you got to see this. Okay. And yeah, Janice, I agree. Technology is great. Whoops, wrong button. Technology is awesome. Okay, let's keep going. 1981. You guys all know the Van Halen Oakland 3 songs. So This Is Love, Hear About It Later, Unchained. You guys all know that. We're wishing and hoping someday that full show will come out, but they're saying that it doesn't exist. Maybe it does. Who knows? As far as other like full show video from 81, yeah, there's like Nashville 81 or something, and I had a really crappy version of that on VHS years ago. There might be a better version of it out there now where you basically see like the entire stage. Like it's filmed from like way far away.
I just sent you 2 more. 1980.
Okay.
There's 81 main squeeze, rare and high quality.
What? Okay, well, the one that says excellent quality and the credible rock, you really got me. That's them lip syncing again. That's not live. Act Like It Hurts, unreleased 80. That's basically just audio of an instrumental that was unreleased. That's not live.
What about To Take Your Whiskey Home, live 5/1/1980?
It's just audio. It's just audio, I think. Okay, so once you get to 1982, that's when you start getting better stuff. Like people are sneaking in like VHS recorders into concerts, and they're starting to like really record good, better stuff. So by 82, that's where you start to get more audience recording, videos.
Yep.
That's the Oakland video that I was talking about, where there's only the 3 songs, Pro Shot, and that's it. Unchained 81, Oakland. So by 82, you start to get like better stuff out there. And from then on, there's stuff out there. By 84, there was that one show that was leaked, Donington 84, which is pretty amazing. And then once you get to Van Hagar era, 86, then you start to get all kinds of audience recordings. And from then on now, it's like tons and tons. Well, not tons, but like way more stuff. Although 88, 0812 era, there wasn't much. I don't know why. In 86, there was much more stuff audience video-wise from 86 than there's barely anything from 88 era audience-wise. There's some Pro Shot stuff that they released. And then, of course, by 91, 92, 93, then there's all kinds of stuff from then on. There's tons. Like that show that we were at, Balance. That exists on video. I've seen that. James, are you still here? That show that we were at does exist on video. Somebody was up in the bleachers filming. Yeah.
Rock Daddy, I like that guitar. And Lewis, yes, I did. I heard that. I watched that on the YouTube. I wanted to answer them so they didn't think I was just ignoring them.
Live at Music City, Greensboro, Randy Rhoads.
Yeah, and that is by it. And to lead it into a segue here, that's the seminar that Paul Gilbert was at.
Mm-hmm. That guy?
Yep, that guy.
That dude, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Yeah, he's a cool dude, man.
Yep.
I've met him many times, and when I met him one of the times I met him, he was with the band, and so it was just like a sign-in. So I have a signed poster of them. But another time when I met him, I asked him about his hearing, because I had heard about his hearing damage, and I went. There was a lady in San Francisco who actually made custom earplugs for people, and I guess she knew him because he had donated to her a pair of headphones. So I got to like inspect like a pair of his, like the headphones that he wears for live. I don't know if he wears them anymore, but he used to. And I got to look at them, and I remember it had a little speaker in one side. And I remember talking to him about that, about his custom headphones, because he has major hearing loss. A lot of these guys do. Or they got major tinnitus, which I'm sure you do. I do.
I got both.
This ear is like, what? Oh, yeah, this ear's totally rings like out of control, like you guys wouldn't believe. This whole side here. I can hear. I mean, I don't have hearing loss, but I definitely have ringing.
When I went to get my hearing aids, they did the testing, and it was funny because the section that I can't hear the very well just happens to be the section of women's voices. So when I come home, I was telling my wife about it. She said something. I'm like, what? I can't. I right here. medically. I can't hear what you're saying.
So it sounds like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just that frequency range of most women's voices. So that and the constant ringing. But again, the hearing aids take care of that. They knock out that ringing. So, but again, mine was self-inflicted. I was the dumbass that stuck my ear up against the cabinet at full volume and hit the cord.
So was it an accident?
No.
It was over time, or
no. That was it felt like I got hit in the head with a baseball bat. I was making fun of our other guitar player because every time before we practice, he'd flip his hair back behind his ears, put earplugs in. And I called him a few choice words. I said, "You be a real man." And I walked over to my full stack. Right against full volume, 100 watt, 150. Oh, it was 150 watts, fully cranked, and it. Yeah, from that point on, it was like, huh? What?
so you walked out of there. Oh my gosh!
With a headache and a ringing that lasted for about 4 days. And then after that point, from then on, I'd lost that part of that hearing in that ear.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
And it was my fault. I did it. I was trying to make fun of him. I ended up hurting myself.
That's terrible.
So I'm sure he still has his hearing now, and he's also a physical therapist. So maybe I need to go see him for hearing loss tricks.
He's hearing those dollars.
Yeah.
Dollar bill, y'all. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So yeah, I did it to myself, and I was, and it just progressively got worse because the less I could hear, the more I turned the volume up.
Right.
So, in the 90, 80, or 90s through early 2000s, I had 2 1,000 watt Alpine amps and subs and everything, and just cranked, and it just, so I could hear it, but it was a catch-22 because I could hear it, but it was also damaging what was left.
Yeah, and you hear it, but the sound quality isn't what it was, so it sounds crap. It sounds like crap.
Mm-hmm.
I know. There's certain stereo. Well, in my car, we got a couple cars, and the stereo system in one is much better than the other, and so I like listening to songs in the one car better than the other car. Although I mean, they're both either one is cool, but the one particular one is much better. Yeah, like those earbuds that you put in for like an iPod or an iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they were ever good, but now to me they're useless. I put those in. It sounds like I'm listening to music through this. It sounds just terrible.
Well, I had to shut my hearing aids are Bluetooth, and I didn't.
I was going to
that.
say, so you use the volume on your phone for those.
Yeah.
right?
Well, the first time it freaked me out because I got in the car, and it usually connected my like music stuff would connect to the car radio.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the hearing aids in, and I got them up, and I hit play, and oh Jesus Christ!
Oh man.
I was like, what? So yeah, I guess I just wasn't meant to have good hearing anymore.
Huh?
But again, I did it to myself. Our Ford Explorer SUV, killer sound system, like 8 speakers, nice subwoofer. And I was in it the other day, and I'm playing it, and I was like, man, I got to turn it up. And I look down, it's on the radio, maximum volume already. And I'm like, I still want it to go up so I could hear it more. I was like, wow.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
But I'm sure the guys from Van Halen also have hearing problems. You have to. You play on stage that live, that loud. You got to, yeah.
Any musician that's out there that plays shows, some sort of hearing issue. That's just how it is.
What?
And unfortunately, for some of us, there can be accidents. Like mine was an accident. I was jamming with this band, and I was wearing earplugs when this happened. So imagine if I wasn't wearing them. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well, imagine walking up to a full stack with 8 12-inch vintage 30s at 150 watts and put your ear right against the grill. So I was pushing in on the grill and just hit.
Dude, I can't even imagine. You must have got like instantly like dizzy, just like knocked out.
Yeah, and it felt like someone took an air compressor right in my ear.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
I can't even imagine that. That's horrible.
I was 20. I was 23 or 24. You think you're invincible, and I found out I wasn't.
Well, I still think I am, although I'm falling apart.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I can't. I have no one to blame but myself. So or I could turn around on the other guitar players. I could turn around on Mike. I could turn because he put the earplugs in. If I wouldn't have noticed that, I never would have did that to begin with. So maybe it is his fault.
Yeah, it might be. Anyway, you guys, if anybody is watching this, wear your hearing aids.
Public service announcement. If you play live.
I think everybody watching this does wear hearing aids. Whoops. My batteries are dying, Janice. No. Yeah, if you play, if you play drums, it's those cymbals, man. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you play, because it's the highs that go away. The highs start vanishing, and then you're starting to turn the stuff up thinking, oh, that's muffled. It's the same. It's just the highs aren't there anymore. That's what eats away in your ear hairs or however that works.
Well, see, mine I lost the highs on one side and lost the bass on the other. So it was weird because if I lay this way, like I could hear, I turn this way, what the hell?
Yeah.
And that threw them off, and I went for the hearing test too. They're like, well, wait a minute. And that's why sometimes it's real hard to mix a guitar sound on this Helix because the highs will sound real muffled. So I'll crank them up to where I think they sound good. Then my son-in-law will come down here like, what are you playing through, a transistor radio? I'm like, what? That sounds, no, it doesn't. Yeah. So
sounds like this.
Then I put the hearing aids in, and then I don't know if it's right or not because I can turn the treble down. It sounds better. Then I thought, well, wait a minute. Now what's the rest of it sound like? So, yeah. So trust me, if you are a musician, wear hearing aids or ear plug.
You will wear hearing aids eventually if you're a musician.
Wear earplugs or you'll be wearing hearing aids.
Yeah. Flipper, what's up, dude? Dude, you still got to get on the show, man.
Ear hairs.
This is the guy that made the first Van Halen replica guitar, the very first one. Yeah, ear hairs. Jim's saying, Alex Van Halen helped. He helped with the what do you call it? In-ears.
In-ear monitors.
In-ear monitors. He helped. The guy that invented those, Alex Van Halen, was the first guy to use them. So that's cool.
See, that came back to Van Halen.
See, everything comes back to Van Halen. Yeah. No, you guys, wear your earplugs.
Yes. Take it from someone who was stupid. You don't get to become old and wise if you weren't young and dumb. So.
Mm-hmm.
And then something my grandfather always used to say is you got to be tough when you're dumb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, just be careful with your ears. I mean, I don't have to tell
come
you
back.
guys.
It don't come back.
I think most people watching this, we don't have to tell you guys this stuff. You guys know. But yeah, your hearing doesn't come back. It doesn't grow back. And nope, it's time to be real. Hang on. I'm like the only guy that uses that app. None of you guys even know what that is.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, you heard that sound?
Yeah.
Huh? Wait, did you hear that? I couldn't even hear that.
I heard doodling.
That sound, that's an app called Be Real. And it's a social media app where anytime it goes off, you have to instantly take a selfie wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, and post it to your feed. And so that way you get to see, like, anybody that follows you or people you follow, you get to see instantly what they're doing. It's not like doing the duck face and the filters and all that. It's like whatever. But like I never post to it because nobody knows about it. Like none of you guys follow me on that.
Well, we can now.
You can, yeah. Follow me on Be Real. Follow me on Be Real. Maybe I'll start posting to that. Anyway, I woke it up recently for some reason, and now it goes off again. But I never use it. Let's see. What? You have 2 fans on, Flipper? I have to have fans on. Oh, for when you go to sleep.
Yep.
Yeah, I do that too. I've got a little sound machine right next to me. You turn it up and it sounds like running water, and so I go to sleep every night with the sound of running water.
Yeah, you got to have something because it drives you nuts.
Well, technically, I'm used to it. Like the condition that I have, I've had it, well, since 2010, which, whatever. But I'm used to it now. I can deal with it. It's fine. It's almost like if it went away, it went away. See, it went away. Like if it goes away, I mean, I'd probably miss it.
I've had mine since 87 or 88 when I did that.
Oh.
Dwight Bailey.
Dwight Bailey, what's up, man?
Yeah, so, yes, seriously, and all serious. If you play music live, of course you can't play it when you're dead, but I mean, if you play on a stage somewhere or a rehearsal, wear earplugs, please.
Yeah. Wear earplugs. I won't go to a show without them. If I go to like some sort of event where I know there's going to be shows, I keep them in my pocket. I have them with me all the time. Lately, I haven't really had wait, what was it? Lately, the past several years, I really haven't had to really wear them. Earplugs. Like stuff isn't that loud where I go normally. But like, let's say if I'm playing a show, like I played that gig a few weeks ago, a month ago, whatever that was.
Yeah.
We had a PA set up. Every time I walk past a PA speaker, I always plug my ear as I walk past it, no matter what. Because you never know. You're right in front of it. Someone goes and touches a mic, you're zapped. And that's basically what happened to you.
Yeah.
At
but
like
I did it to myself.
At 1 billion times. Yeah. I can't even imagine that, man. That, oh my gosh. Yeah, G. Butchnoff. Every show you go to, you wear earplugs. It actually sounds better because the highs and squeal is buffered. Yeah, that's true. And I've had people tell me, so I'd walk around with those those industrial earphones.
Yes.
I've got 2 pairs of those up in the loft here. I'd wear those at like clubs and stuff, and I'd have people looking at me like, "Why are you walking around wearing those?" And I'm, at least I'm walking out of there and I can hear.
Yes.
I'm not walking out of there with muffled sound or anything.
Now, I have my shooting ones I wear. They're nice because you can wear them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can wear them and hear everybody talking, but if there's something loud, it just shuts it down.
Mm-hmm.
So I wish I had those back then. I wish I wouldn't have stuck my head in front of the amp cabinet. That's what I really wish I wouldn't have done.
Yeah.
Young and dumb. But I mean, 150 watts, everything. I just went across all the knobs like this. Everything full to 10. Guitar up all the way. Stuck my head right on the grill, pushed in it, and just hit the chord. And it just felt like someone took a hammer.
Oh, my gosh.
With air pressure and just went like right into my ear.
Oh, sure. I can kind of imagine what that was like. But
stupid. Yeah, I was stupid.
It would have been I can't even.
Instant headache.
It would have just instant
migraine.
And was there a sound just instantly there that wouldn't go away?
Yeah. Yes. A matter of fact, I thought it was the guitar squealing through the cabinet.
Oh
So I shut the guitar off and I steered.
Oh my gosh, no! Oh my
I was like, oh, what'd I just do?
That's oh my! I would have totally just like panicked attacked and passed out from panic. That would happen.
I was very lightheaded. I didn't black out, but I wasn't far from it. That's the pain.
Was that before the rehearsal?
Yeah, no.
What was this? Where was this?
It was a rehearsal.
Was this a guitar setter?
No, our bass player and drummer were brothers, and their dad had an old building that used to be like it was 3 floors. Each floor was an apartment. There was a great big garage in the back, had 40-foot high ceilings. It was like 50 foot wide and like 120 feet long. And we had that whole garage to rehearse in, which, had great acoustics in it too. So we had our full stage set up. We had the riser set up, the ramps, everything, the lights. And when we rehearsed like we were doing a show.
Mm-hmm.
And I just walked up to my cabinets and I was making fun of him for putting the hearing aid or the hearing, God dang it, the
Earplugs
in.
Was it actual ones or was it like tissue paper?
No, he had the ones you kind of smash up.
Those orange ones, yeah.
Yeah, they were. I think they were like neon yellow or something because
those are the ones that I carry around. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I thought I could prove him wrong. All he did, he looked at me when cause I hit the floor. I didn't fall over. I just like sat down. And I was going like this, and he walked up to me and goes, "Damn!" Then turned around and walked away.
But you didn't hear him.
No, I'm like, what? All I heard was this piercing high, like it sounded like I was getting feedback from the amp. That's why I shut the guitar down. I'm still hearing it. I'm like, oh, it wouldn't go away. So needless to say, we didn't finish rehearsal that day. Actually, for the next couple of days, we didn't. We rehearsed like 3-4 times a week.
Oh my gosh!
And it's, and again, my fault. I did it to myself. It was stupid. I thought I could take it.
Wow. See what happened to me, and again, I know this is the Van Halen show, but we're talking hearing damage. What happened to me was I was rehearsing with the band, and it was getting louder and louder and louder. I was wearing earplugs, those orange ones you crinkle up. Mm-hmm. It was getting louder and louder and louder, and it gets to the point where it's so loud around you, you start getting dizzy while you're playing. It's just so loud around. And what happened was this other guitar player we were playing with, he had an amp, but for some reason it was up head level to where I was because it was up on a shelf. And he hit a wah pedal, and it instantly was like a ice pick going directly into my ear is what it sounded like, the sound. It was just like, and I walk out of there. It was so loud. I walk out. I hear it was almost like a tornado was in my head. Well, these are noise canceling earphones. So with these, if I walk back here, and I know that you guys can't tell, but for me, like if I'm up here, I hear myself through this. Mm-hmm. If I walk back here, everything gets muffled. Everything's muffled now to me. So when I walked out of there, it was like crazy tornado sound. This side was totally just like zzz. And I walk out of there, and I just remember like laying in the bathtub thinking like my life is over, like because it's just like nonstop stuff. Eventually, the next day, the tornado goes away. The sound of wind in your head goes away, but the high pitched ringing doesn't go away. It's there, and it's not just one pitch. It's like maybe 2, 3, 4 different pitches fighting each other in your head, nonstop. Doesn't go away. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like in my head, especially just then.
You heard that, didn't you? There you go. You heard that.
So, yeah, and I'm sure a lot of you guys in the audience, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this, but it doesn't go away, and you have to accept it. Otherwise, you'll go completely crazy. You have to accept what's happening. There's ways to get around it. You walk into the bathroom, turn on the faucet, magically everything goes away. Water will mask that sound. So that's the good thing. Yeah, tinnitus tonight. Yeah, we're going to change the show to Tuesdays, tinnitus tonight. What? The intro will be like, hi, this is so-and-so. Huh?
What'd you say? What? Grace
went
died
away.
30 years ago.
What? My hearing. Oh my gosh. I'm going to pass out. Nightbot is good at annoying the X. Well, that's how we make our money around here, AX. And your channel membership. Thank you.
Prevention is, but Ryan, you're right. It is. Then again, young and dumb. Yeah. I have never felt anything like that again in my life since that one time. And I refused to. It's like, when we did show up for practice, like 4 days later, our bass player, him and I are like brothers, he goes, well, you just might as well do the other ear now and make a match.
Holy crap. So
I was like, no, I didn't do it.
I can't even.
I didn't do it the second time, no.
Were you still able to play music after that?
Yeah. That's why after that, the sound guys usually end up not miking me because I had to turn my amp up so I could hear it on stage. And they'd get pissed. They'd mic it and like, turn your amp down. And they'd come up a couple times. They'd come up, turn it down. I'd walk right back and turn it back up because I couldn't hear nothing through the monitors. So, I just had the stack going and I had to turn it. So they just quit micing me altogether. Then they would mic the rest of the band around my stacks.
So I can't even imagine. So, and I know this is tinnitus tonight. That's what this turned into. So I'm just assuming, because from what I went through and what I feel, I'm just assuming like you definitely you have hearing damage, like that ear. Yeah. Like maybe I'm wrong, but I would think you're deaf in that ear.
No, about 50%.
50% without the earphones,
or
whatever those are.
Hearing aids, yeah.
So the hearing, but then what about the?
But it took out the highs on this side and the lows on this side, which they have no idea how it did that because I wasn't in front of it this way. I had this ear on it.
But what about ringing in the ears?
That's constant.
That's got to be like
right now when you're not
out of
talking
control
right now. When you're not talking right now, neither am I. All I hear is that's all I hear.
In both ears.
Yeah.
Or
right
in
there.
one ear.
Both.
And they're fighting each other. See, that's how mine is.
Yeah.
I'm worse on this side.
That's what she said.
I know. This side is like this side's not as bad, but it's worse. Like you would think you'd be dizzy, like walking around.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be able to walk. This side's much worse. This side's like as far as like level. This is like here. This is like here.
Yeah, that's about the same here. but I had to go get, believe it or not, I had to go get the crystals realigned in your ear.
Crystals?
Yes, there's crystals in there. Believe it or not, and look it up. Look it up.
I don't want to look at those.
I was like, what? Like, you need to get you've messed up the crystals. They got to be aligned. Like
crystals.
I'm like, what the hell are you talking?
You're
about?
Like, what?
So I had to go to a physical therapist, which wasn't our guitar player at the time. He wasn't a physical therapist then. But what they do is they bend your arms and you got to bend a certain way. Then they pretty much slam you backwards, and it'll realign the crystals in your ear. Look, I mean, there's nothing to see. But you look it up on Google. Realignment crystals in your ear.
Next time I'm at physical therapy, I'll ask them about my crystals. Maybe they can get rid of this. Maybe it's just Oh my gosh. Dude, I can't even imagine what you went through after that. I mean, I can kind of like now I can kind of, I mean, obviously you can deal with it, but that's, oh my gosh.
And again, I did it myself, so I got no one to yell at but me. Then I have to really yell because I can't hear myself.
Mm-hmm. Well, the
Well, I
real
used to-
question though, was it tube or solid state?
That was actually a Randall solid state,
Oh,
150 watt. It was a custom ordered head.
oh man.
And it was going through, I was also going through an original 80s Rat distortion pedal.
Ooh. Wow. If it was
yeah.
tube, it wouldn't have been so bad. Solid
That's why I
state
thought-
amps.
That's why I
Solid
thought I was
state
getting all
amps. A
that
lot of
feedback.
times they just hurt, man.
Yeah.
They're
That's why I
just
thought I was
piercing regardless.
That's why I thought I was getting all that feedback from, and that's I shut the guitar off, turned the volume down, and steering. Like, what the hell? Of course, they said I was yelling at them because I couldn't hear myself like I can hear, right now.
Oh no.
I was like, what? They're like, stop yelling. I'm like,
You would I would assume you would have been just totally like out of it.
yeah,
Like
I
like
was.
like totally like almost not in shock, but like close. So how did you deal with that? Like
Well,
that night?
I had a at that time what I had a Blazer, and our bass player backed it in the garage, and then we opened the hatch, and I laid down in the back of the Blazer for about a half hour, and I just kept. I mean, even when I left, I couldn't hear, and that piercing feedback sound lasted a little over 3 days. And I thought it was just going to be there forever, And I mean, I was like, if this keeps up, I'm just going to kill myself. It's like, there's no way now I can take that.
People have done that.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks about
Mhm.
that is you guys, I mean, we joke around a lot, but this is serious. Right, Jeff Davidson? Ring, ring, ring.
But yeah, I mean, it was literally like squealing feedback from Jimi Hendrix in my ear.
No, I can
continuously.
imagine. I can totally imagine what it was like. Because I remember when I walked out of the situation I was in and the way it sounded. And I went over to a family's house and they were talking and I couldn't hear them.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking to each other. And it was like they're talking and it sounded like this kind of like I couldn't hear anything, and I'm like I can't hear, and then I would assume over the next day or two, the muffle goes away, or for me at least it did. The muffling, the muffle goes away,
but that high scream pitch was still there for little over 3 days, and that was I was like, no way in hell I'm going to live with this.
For me, the high squeal pitch never went away. It's still there. It's been 14 years now. It never went away. It's still there. But sometimes it gets lower, but like it's there now. It's like it gets lower. Sometimes it goes, it whatever. But I would say for you, like I would think for you to be able to function and sit here right now like this, you're very lucky. I would think whatever it was for you, like it leveled off or it definitely got better.
Yeah, it got better. Yeah. But when I say high school pitch, I don't mean like the regular tinnitus. That I have still. I'm talking about like the guitar feedback, high, like a dog would cringe from the sound. That lasted over 3 days, a little over 3 days. And that's when I was like, I told my wife, I said, if this is, I said, I ain't going to stay. There's no way in hell I'm doing this.
No, I know because there's been cases of people that have unfortunately left.
I understand why.
Because of that, because they couldn't deal with it. And like I said, and Holly, welcome. We're talking about, this is Tinnitus Tuesdays, new format.
Hey, Holly, how you doing? Oh, wait. How you doing, Holly?
Tinnitus Tuesday on Johnny Beane. This is
Tonight-
Tinnitus TV, huh?
Tinnitus on the show. What?
every channel ID. Hi, this is so and so. What? What are we watching? I couldn't hear it.
What do you want? Come on.
Kansas City's in the house. Kansas City.
KC. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, when I drove home after about, I think I left the rehearsal hall like an hour and a half after I did that. The whole drive home, I couldn't hear. When I put the keys in the car,
No.
I didn't hear the keys. I just felt it start, so I knew it was running. I couldn't hear nothing. Period. Anything.
Well, the thing is, you couldn't hear what you were doing, but you could not hear the damage
scream.
that you did
Yeah.
in your head.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the worst part. I'd rather go totally deaf than have all that ringing in your head uncontrollably and it not go away or not be able to cope with it.
To get rid of it. I know.
Deal with it. Well, you can't get rid of it. It never goes away.
No.
It might get a little lower, whatever.
But now that we're talking
And-
about it, I'm noticing it a lot more.
Yeah. But again, for my situation, I've learned to deal with it. I've learned to live with it, and it's always there. This show needs subtitles. Actually, the show does have subtitles on YouTube. It has closed captions. Wait, why does it say unavailable? You guys could actually turn on the closed captions. Can we do that live? We can at some. Hey, Janice, send me a tweet at Real Johnny Beane. Remind me to get the closed caption feature somehow, and we can actually have that on these shows. I know somebody that does have that on their streams, where it reads the words at the bottom live in real time. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But dude, I can't imagine. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I learned real quick never to do that. I mean, because it just didn't occur to me. You saw Hendrix all the time in front of his cabinets doing it. You see Randy in front of his cabinets doing it. It didn't occur to me that they had earplugs in.
It also doesn't occur to people that a lot of those cabinets
Or
aren't
hollow.
actually on.
Yeah.
He's putting the guitar in front of one speaker, but then his ears are in front of a speaker that isn't even activated. A lot of those cabinets those guys use, they're dummy cabs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take it back to, this is the Van Halen show. Van Halen would have stacks and stacks and stacks on stage. None of those were on. None of those even worked. Thank you, Janice, for the closed caption tweet. I just got it. I just heard it go off, I think.
Not
A
sure.
lot of those cabinets aren't even on. They're just used for show.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them didn't have speakers in them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Garrett Morris. Oh, yeah, take it back to Saturday night. Remember they did the one show where he was like yelling for the hearing impaired? I need a Garrett Morris up in the corner yelling on these shows. for you guys.
Johnny! Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. And like I said, I did it to myself, so I might as well turn around and did terrible things to myself with a fork. Been about the same thing. At least maybe that would have healed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but hearing aids do help. They really do.
Yeah.
No, Axe, I
Yeah.
do not have on closed captioning.
You guys should be able to have closed captioning on. I don't know why it's not working there. It should. Let me see. Let's do that. And I know we're doing the giveaway. Let's keep going for a little bit, you guys.
Right.
Smash that thumbs up. I know it's the Van Halen show. We talked about hearing loss for the past hour. That's what we deal with.
But Van Halen lost some of their hearing too.
Oh, sure. Alex Van Halen has major hearing loss. And that goes back to at least the mid 80s. I know in 1984, Eddie did some interviews and he talks about Alex. And he said, Alex, anytime you would talk to him, he would cup his ear. He'd go like this. Anytime you talk to him, he'd go like that.
You know, that is amazing to do, because I can do that, and it makes a world of difference. You look like an idiot, but it helps. Hey, thank you, Steve.
Steve Barton.
Hey, it does help when you do that.
Happy New Year's. Dude, thank you, Steve Barton.
You look like you're walking around pretending to be an elephant, but what the hell?
What?
You heard me.
Actually, when I first got these hats, I didn't like them. Well, I got to take this off. I can't hear you for a second.
Really? No kidding.
I got it. When I first got these hats, I didn't like them because they make my ears stick out. But I can hear better wearing these hats because my ears stick out.
Well,
Steve
it's one
Barton.
thing or another.
Look at that. Ned, step on the button.
Yeah,
We got one. Steve Barton, thank you so much. I'll let that do its thing. Hopefully that'll happen. I wanted to go over here and check out the closed captioning, because on YouTube you can actually turn on closed captioning on these videos live in real time.
You gotta go outside.
Yeah, there it is. Here, check this out, you guys.
Check it out. See if
Check.
we have closed captioning.
Subtitles, closed captioning, unavailable. Why is it unavailable? Why is it unavailable? Let me check.
Because we're talking about hearing loss.
I know.
Now all our Facebook feeds will be nothing but hearing aids and stuff.
Wait. I know. These things listen. I know. That's true. Let me actually just check the settings. Maybe I didn't enable the settings for the show tonight, because each show has its own settings.
I'll be right back. I gotta let her outside.
Okay. Let's see. Did you hear that? Once he went away, the sound actually got better. That air. See, I can hear. I'm not deaf. My hearing is actually amazing. But now I hear all the ringing again. Okay. I'm not sure. Maybe that's something that's slightly. Maybe that's just not enabled for everybody. Anyway, Steve, thank you so much, man. There you go. Actually, it's really like that. Steve Barton, thank you so much. Let's see. What else? What? Can you hear this? What? Yeah. Be careful, don't get Pinocchio ears. Well, you don't want to get Pinocchio's nose. Every time I flush it, thank you so much. Steve Barton, hey dude. On Facebook too. Good to see you, man. All right. We'll keep going for a little bit, you guys. I know we kind of. Oh, I gotta. Hang on, I'll be right back too. I need to plug this laptop in. The laptop battery just told me it was getting low. Okay, if you're just tuning in, and here, let's do this. If you're just tuning in, we're giving away this magazine tonight. So if you want to win this, towards the end of the show, which I'm not sure when it'll be, probably in a little bit. Start typing numbers into the chat when I say, okay? That's how we do the giveaways, is with numbers. Awesome magazine, you guys. I just got a hold of a few of these. This is like a reissue from a few years ago. So if you want to win this, participate in the chat. And smash that thumbs up. We got 36 thumbs up. So we got about 50 people here. You guys are awesome. Smash that thumbs up. And that's right, Mikins. Numbers when I say. Huh? Can you take a poll on the new giveaway tool versus the old giveaway tool? Carlos says I'll take it. Right on. Okay, well, I mean we can try that. I like the new giveaway tool a lot better. I think it's more reliable than the old one. Let's see. Which crap. Giveaway. Man, I can't type, just so you guys know. Tool is better. StreamYard, give.
All right.
You're back. I could tell because the air came back.
Oh.
All right, which giveaway tool is better, you guys? I forgot to say like draw out of a hat. I forgot to say that. Anyway. Pick which one you guys like better. And if you guys need to be reminded, the StreamYard spin is where we show on the screen and it spins around. Thing is about that giveaway, it doesn't show everybody. And I felt like the same people always win with that. So I stopped using it. Although most of you guys liked it. Oh no. Well, everybody that likes it are the people that won all the time.
Yeah, that won on it.
It was very weird. It was a weird thing. I kind of stopped using it. I like the Nightbot numbers better because that gives you more engagement. And that actually helps the video. The more numbers you guys type in, that really helps the video, the performance of the video. Right, Peggy? Peggy says I'm right. All right. And then just give it to Jeff Davidson. That's a joke because he's won many times on the channel here. Every time Jeff Davidson shows up in the chat, he wins. Everybody's saying StreamYard, though.
That's not air you're hearing. That's your tinnitus came back.
I know. I know. Yeah, I know. All these giveaway tools, I mean, they're all kind of weird. So we haven't found the perfect one yet.
Yeah. I'm going to send it to you. The bingo roller ball.
Wow, that would make the show more entertaining. Having this thing back here that you're like doing this and it's like going. It would cover up the tinnitus in our ears too.
There
hearing it.
Yeah. Put a microphone right under it.
Okay, maybe we need to invest in one of those. Janice, can you send me a tweet at Real Johnny Bean and say get one of those bingo number balls, whatever that is. I mean, we need to get the giveaway tool totally sorted by the time we do the 20K giveaway.
Yep.
That's going to happen. Although I'm still leaning towards the Nightbot numbers thing. Because
the only thing wrong with that guitar is it says volume on the knob instead of tone.
Mm-hmm. I can change it. I can switch it out if the winner
wants a
likes
tone
that.
knob.
I know. Let's see. Okay, you guys are all saying StreamYard spin.
Skyprop said that Charvel was fine. It was your ears that was bad.
Oh my gosh. Oh, earlier?
Yeah.
Maybe that's true. I don't know. But you guys can check it out, though. Exclamation point pink in the chat. Watch the video. I was at Guitar Center earlier today. Check out that video. There it is. Is this guitar wired wrong? I don't know. You be the judge. Click on that link. Actually, at the end of this video, one of the cards at the very end of the video will be that video as well. Get the raffle wheel for giveaways. Thank you, Janice.
We can do tip boards.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll try. All right, I'm going to end that poll. Yeah. Man. I don't know. Jesse? Dude, what's up? Tuning in from Nebraska, eating a cheese runza. Jesse, good to see you, man. I went to school with that guy. Cheese runzas. Those things are awesome. Unless you guys live in Nebraska, you guys wouldn't know what a runza is.
There you go, Johnny. Just sent you a link.
Jesse, good to see you, man. And I know, Jesse, it looks like nobody's watching the show because you're on Facebook. Come over to YouTube. On YouTube, we got about 50 people sitting here.
That's what you need right there, what I just sent you. Just the rolling part.
That's like a hamster thing.
Yeah.
And then what happens? A little ball pops out, and
Or either that, or you can reach in and pull one out.
so how do people how would the chat, well, technically chat, how would chat participate with that?
Well, you just, however many, like if you got 50 people in here, so you could put 1 through 50 balls in there, and then roll it, pick one, and have them type a number just like you are. Or, I mean, I don't know. There's a bunch of different ways. I was thinking, that would have worked perfect.
It would have worked if there were a studio audience and they actually wrote something down in front of us.
Well, that or the when we were trying to go to the top chatters, because you'd had 1 through 25 or whatever, or 1 through 50.
That's still confusing.
Yeah.
We might have to bring the top chatter thing back. No, I still understand that. That could still work. By the way,
What?
huh?
Spencer says what?
I'm trying to stop. This is the new year. Obviously, this is 2024. I'm trying to not say words that I say all the time on these shows. I'm noticing. I say a lot. I say and a lot. There's certain words,
Johnny Beane.
I say my name way too much. There's a lot of words that I say all the time on these shows, and I'm trying to cut those words out. So in the chat, if I do say in the chat, type those words in the chat. That'll help remind me that I said that. I'm trying to not say them. You know what I mean?
Janice, can you please send Johnny a tweet telling him not to say ooh, e?
Yeah.
Thank you.
First time viewers will be like, what's wrong with the people in this chat room? Everybody in the chat is saying,
Bingo. Numbers.
Everybody in the chat say,
Thank you, Janice.
Oh gosh. Yeah, see, I'm trying not to say all those words in the new year. Jackson guitars.
One way, right there. Well, I know
So-
Chong's friend would rather have you not say your name that much.
Oh yeah, what happened to that guy? I timed him out for about 24 hours.
Now,
I know. Yeah, there we go. I just need to do these shows without talking. That's the.
John just staying there and answer.
Well, that's
ask
how they.
questions.
That's how the first shows were. It was like that's all it was because you didn't know what to say.
Ask questions, and they got to be yes or no. And John just go,
I was there. Desmond Child. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
oh well.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk a little more about Van Halen because this is the Van Halen show. Although, I mean, we're doing the giveaway. It's a Van Halen item, so
you
that should
figure
be
out
enough.
How to give it away.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do it.
Everybody pick a number between 0 and 1.
I think we're going to use the numbers because that really. We'll do it tonight. We'll use the numbers. Okay. Next show, maybe we'll alternate or do different things. I don't
The
know.
bingo roller.
But how would the audience? I mean, I would pick a number, and they would just have to type it in the chat, and then whatever
Well,
the
that's
first one
way.
does.
That's one way, yeah.
But see, that's the same way as Nightbot numbers, though, because Nightbot numbers, I see the number; it shows it to me ahead of time.
Well, you'll see the one you have in your hand too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Ryan Fraley, here's the question. I've been getting this question all week. Are you going to do an 84 anniversary show? Yes, I am. But technically, the anniversary of the 84 album isn't until next Tuesday. It was January 9th is when it was released. See, everybody thinks January 1st it came out. No, the Jump video came out January 1st. But the album wasn't released till a week later. So next Tuesday we will talk 84 album.
Tonight.
Or we'll just talk tinnitus and burping. Because I burp a lot too.
Next Tuesday, I'll show this guitar finish.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm flipping that and I don't hear it.
You don't hear that?
I'm hearing it through the mic in my ear, but
I hear it through the mic.
barely.
But in your actual ears, you can't hear it?
Yeah, well, when I have the headphones on, I can hear it. Oh, well.
Huh?
Hey, who
What?
in the chat before said they had a West tone? That's what this is.
When you first showed that tonight, I was going to say, I know that's not like a normal guitar that you normally see. I knew it was 80s. I knew it because of the finish and the body shape.
Yeah.
I remember seeing those ads back in the day.
Did they only do this in blue? The blue crack? Blue
That
and,
I don't
It's
know.
like a blue and cream. Let me go get the neck. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. So the official anniversary is next Tuesday. So we'll be talking about it next Tuesday.
It is reverse headstock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see that. Why did my ear just pop? My tinnitus, it's gone.
West tone is the miracle. Yeah, so it's got reverse headstock, and I have to say this, it's got a shitty
Oh.
West tone tremolo. I mean, this is like, it's terrible. I can't even hold it up. I mean, look at this. Watch. Doesn't go around. Doesn't go around that way. Hits
Oh,
the
no.
tuner.
Oh, no.
It's
So what are you
really-
doing to that guitar? You're
I'm
making
gonna,
it?
yeah, I'm gonna put a Floyd on it. I have to route out the top of it so I can make it so it recesses in, because he likes to pull back.
Mm-hmm. MPN.
But this is a piece of crap bridge. I will. This is like something you'd expect to find on a Chinese guitar. Look at the bottom. The whole thing is.
Well, where was that guitar made?
West Tone was made what? Korea or Japan? Doesn't say. It just says SL 89030216. So I'm going to assume this is an 89.
Hmm.
Neck's not bad. The back of it, it's not.
And the tool pack's in the right spot.
But yeah, I buffed it out already. That was
Yeah, that
terrible.
looks nice. Right there.
That was like, looked like someone stuck it in the mud and left it there. And I got to clean all the tuners. I'm going to take them apart and clean them. And it's got the locking. It's not a locking nut. It's just a locking system behind the nut. Which, if you unscrewed it from the neck, it would be like the what was that one we were trying to get from that guy?
The what?
Nut.
Oh, the nut buster.
Yeah, nut buster. If you just unscrew that from there, it'd be pretty much the same thing.
I still have to talk to him about that. About those.
Yeah.
We got to see those.
So, yeah, and I don't know how well. I mean, that may work with a Floyd. I may have to take that nut off and then route it out a little bit and put a regular Floyd nut on it, because you can see how that angle is going to be.
Yeah.
So I can try it and see if this works. If not, I'll have to throw it on the mattress and try.
Oh. Oh no.
But yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I should have this done by next week. He's in no rush. Well, I mean, says he isn't, but I know he is.
Mm-hmm.
He just got the guitar 2 days ago. It was a friend of his. He's had it since it was new.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been talking about, for the last 2 years, his friend, will give it to your father-in-law and see if he can fix it. Well, yeah, he called me the other day and said, hey, I tried to buy that guitar off my buddy, and he just gave it to me. I'm like,
Wow.
"Oh, okay.
That's cool.
So,
That's cool. What time is it? You guys, I gotta refill. I gotta refill that. Ask Ron a question in the chat. I'll leave you here for a minute. Okay. All right. I'll be right back.
Okay. Go ahead. All right, let's see. Questions. Had a West Tone Spectrum back in the day. Installed a Seymour Duncan full shred. Yep. I had the West Tone. It might have been the Spectrum. It red on each side, the black stripe down the middle, and had the three humbuckers, three-way switch, and all three volume knob and tone was all push and pull also. Keith H., what's my favorite color? Yellow. Played through. Yes, I have. I don't own one Dakota, but I have played through one. Yeah, I don't own one. I am well, you can't see him, but I'm an Engel fan. Love Engel amplifiers. And I'm not. I don't know how to explain that. I used to use Randalls. I've never used Marshalls. I never liked the sound of a Marshall amp. I know that's wrong to say, being a metalhead, but I just never cared for the Marshall sound. I always was with Randall. I had Ampeg, Randall, Mesa Boogie, however you want to say it, dual rectifiers, triple rectifiers, and then I had one diesel, which I wish I still had, so I do plan on getting another one. And now I have 3 Ingles. I have the Invader 150, Powerball 2, and the 120. I can't think what it is. All right. Let's see. Is it high end on the? No. The high end for me is because of my ear damage. I have to mix it to where it sounds good on here. And this is weird. The camera's up on top, so I look at the camera, it looks like I'm looking at you, but when I look at the screen, it looks like I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to figure a way to get the camera here in the middle somehow. No, I mean, I've done it before where I've mixed high end to where it sounded okay to me, and then I've had people come down here and say, why does it sound like a transistor radio? So then I put my hearing aids in, and it sounds different. Then I'm not sure if it's right or not. And then so I'll have someone like, hey, try this, set it up to where it sounds like it should. Then I hear that sound, and then that's what I try to go for. Is there a Charvel or Jackson have a neck similar to the profile? I would say probably the Soquel. Johnny, that Charvel you played today, was a neck flat, or was it more like the EVH?
It felt very much like the EVH Stripe series.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Like it was the same, which I have. Somebody, a viewer a long time ago, sent me one of those necks. I have it. It's back there. I've needed a body for it for years.
So yeah, that would be about it. Axe. Now, when you get to the Jackson Soloist, that's when you get the flat speed neck.
Let's see. What time is it?
10:36.
28. 7:36 here. Yeah, I had to run out. I had to shut the flap for the coop, and it's raining out.
How often do you get eggs from them? Every day?
With the current flock we have, I think every day, every other day now. Yeah. We've had many different ones over the years, different chickens. Lots of different.
You're welcome, Max.
Okay. Hang on. For now, my ears are getting all plugged up. All this talk about tinnitus and hearing, my ears are now getting all plugged up and everything. It's strange. Maybe I'm getting sick. If I'm going to get sick, though, I want to be sick now because the NAMM show is coming up in a few weeks. I don't want to be sick for that. Definitely not. Let's see. Okay, we'll say in about 15 minutes. We'll do yeah. How does this work? Because we started 8 minutes later, so the real time is always different from the show time. Do you see the show time? Can you see it?
Yeah.
2:29:47. Yeah. Yeah, so I always look at that time up there, which you guys watching this can't see. We see a clock within the show. We've been on for exactly 2 hours, 30 minutes exactly.
3 seconds.
2:30:04 is what it says for me.
So I'm faster than you then.
Oh, wow.
10, 11, 12.
11, 12.
Yeah. Hey, you're saying what I say right after I say it.
I know. Well, I'm used to that. Okay. Oh, yeah, my batteries are done. Okay, so I always look at the show clock, and I'm always like, okay, so in 15 minutes it'll be 2:45, but then in the actual clock, it'll be. That doesn't make sense, right? It's different. I don't know. All right. Either way, let's say in about 15 minutes we'll do the giveaway. So,
Can I show one thing on this bridge?
sure.
The guy said he couldn't get it to play right, could never get it to stay in tune. When you have, usually you try to keep those as flat as you can get them, but that's how they were set.
Oh, the radius.
Well, not necessarily. No, when you set each saddle, you can set the radius, but the saddle should remain level to hold the string in the exact middle.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah, look how those were.
Mm.
So I'm telling you, I got a lot of guitars really cheap because people didn't know how to set up a bridge. Paid $1,000 for this damn guitar, this Floyd, and I'll sell it to you at $400. I can't get to do nothing. Okay.
Okay, I'll take it.
Come home within 20 minutes. Dang, stays in tune, plays great. And the tremolo bar in this thing's like really small. Look.
That's what she said. Mike ends on Twitch. Okay, so yeah, I know. I'm saying that too much. I know. I say the same words every day. All these shows are just the same thing. Peggy, I got my Jason Becker pick today. Thank you very much. Hey, you're welcome. By the way, I sent out some of the winnings from a few shows. I sent out some stuff. So you guys should see that, some of the winners. And by the way, in about 14 minutes or so, Van Halen magazine, you guys can win this. Probably.
Provided everything works.
Provided we can hear what we're doing. See, now my ears are plugged up, so something's going on, man.
It's all in your head.
Oh. Now my ears are this one like popped. This ear popped earlier. Now it's plugged up again. I must be getting sick.
Sick of tendonitis.
Well, the situation that I'm in with it, I'm used to it. So it really doesn't bother me at all. Don't bend the magazine too much. All right, I'll try not to. I know. I've got a few of them. I picked up a few of them, so there's a few available.
The funny part about this bridge, it says right here, Floyd Rose patents on the edge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Floyd Rose patents. Yeah. Well, I guess it has to, because they have to. They have to acknowledge what because they're basically copying. Those fine tuners.
Yeah.
They're basically copying like a Floyd.
Except these fine tuners are about twice as long as. Look at this. I've never had a Floyd that had the fine tuners like that.
Oh my gosh.
And that's still not. I can come out even more. Holy crap! There, that's the maximum right there.
Oh wow! Oh wow, man!
Imagine if you had all 6 of them out that far and you're trying to play.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's why these got thrown away the day people bought the guitars.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if I wanted to leave it like, well, if he wanted it like one of Eddie's where you just push down, I wouldn't have to do anything to it. But he likes to work the whammy bar, so I got to do some routing. But what the?
Yeah.
It happened. Oh, I did find something for a giveaway. Not today. Not today's giveaway.
Oh. Oh, cool. What is that?
A USB mic that has echo and volume on it, and you can plug headphones straight into it.
Oh, very cool.
And so I'll donate this to the giveaway thing, but just not tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. What, like maybe Saturday? Are you going to be here
Probably.
Saturday?
Yeah.
You're going to be here Saturday?
I'll be here Saturday. Friday, that's up to you because you guys will be talking about the police. And then Sunday I won't be because that's the interview with Faith and Failure.
Okay. Janice, can you send me a tweet at Real Johnny Beane telling me to make a card for the Saturday night giveaway with that mic? So I need to know what that mic is so I can get a graphic for it.
It is a... I can't read it.
What's the brand? Looks like it says CAD.
Yeah. Come on. Focus in. Wait. Let me show you.
It says something.
That help? That don't help, does it?
Something.
Master. Play plus. Now I got to turn the light back on. CAD something Podmaster. I can't
CAD
pronounce
Podmaster.
that. Yeah.
Is that this one right here?
CAD Audio Podmaster.
Is that it?
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
Podmaster, CAD audio with echo and volume. Okay.
Yep, that's it.
All right. I've got a graphic for it. All right. So I'll make a card. So this Saturday, you guys can win Ron's old microphone.
Actually, this one's, I got 2 of them. This one's never been used.
Oh, right on.
No, so. It don't sound bad, actually.
Huh?
Yeah, it's not a sure, but it doesn't sound bad. Seriously.
Cool. Okay. So we have a card for
There
it.
you go.
So this Saturday night, I'll make up the card tonight. You can win one of these microphones. It's a CAD. Oh, thank you, Janice. I just got the tweet from Janice. There it is. Oh, you even tagged them in it.
That's great.
Well, hey, we might get a sponsor from them, so we might have to start using their microphones. So, all right, CAD Pro Master. Very good. All right, so I'll make that card later tonight. Saturday night, win a microphone. Thank you again to Ron.
Majestic. I made this. I can do that. Yeah.
You made that shirt
Yeah.
with the croc
The cricket.
or with the cricket.
Yeah. Yep.
It
I
does
can't
look.
sell them.
It does look kind of like it's on the offset.
Well, the reason being is because I wanted to. Well, wait a minute. There. That's because you have it here and here. So there, it's straight. But yeah.
Cool. Well, I have an official Kramer T-shirt here.
Someone made that also.
Somebody made it, but it's official. See it actually
Well,
back here.
I can write official on my tag too.
See, look. It actually says Kramer back. See, Kramer large.
There you go.
I got this from the Gibson Garage. Awesomeness. Had a great time there. Can't wait to go back. Those crickets. I've heard of those things, man. You can buy a lot of cool stuff. I mean, make a lot of. Look, this shirt's all stretched out now. Dang it.
Yeah, actually, I have my cricket right down here. Can't you hear him
I've-
chirping?
You also tagged Raffy on X? Oh, no. We should actually get him on the show. We might be able to get him. Uh-oh, what's happening there?
Yeah.
Oh, you got your cricket.
Yeah.
I've heard of those. I know what that... You make, like, stuff
Made
with that.
I made that sticker too.
You can make anything with that machine, huh?
Pretty much.
Janice, can you tag cricket?
Yeah. Tag him, tell him cricket machine works great. And
How do you spell
Ronnie's
that?
stuff.
It's with a C.
Yeah, CRICUT. This is the Explorer Air 2.
Cricket machine.
Yep.
Cricket. Explorer Air 2. I'm interested in one of those. I heard about those a long time ago.
Yeah, you can make shirts, hats, decals, all the decals on my toolbox are all from this. I mean, the only thing is you can't sell them. You can't take Jackson's name and sell something. Although I could make this and give it away. But yeah,
Right.
you can even cut like some fabrics, vinyl, cards. You can make your own cards. A little bit of bonded fabric, even thin leather. So yeah.
We got to look into that. Well, you have one. You have one of those. I've been thinking about one of those for a while.
Oh, you want me to make Johnny Beane stuff?
Yeah. Make another Johnny Beane that doesn't talk so much.
I was going to make my own Johnny Beane shirt, and I figured you'd get mad, so I didn't.
No, go ahead. Well, I mean, if it's bad, then no, make any of them. That's good.
I can do it in pink.
I'll take one. That sounds good to me. Yeah, card decals,
Yeah.
all the stuff. Yeah. No, I heard about those things a couple years ago.
And
And
my daughter's, like I said, she's got a master's in graphic arts, and she's also starting her own business. So she just got the laser cutter that does all the etching and everything. So she
Thank
can
you,
do all
Janice.
that. She's got the cricket. She's got so much stuff. It's unbelievable. So I can do mugs. She can etch glass, laser engraved glass, and she can do anything. So between what I have and what she's got, there ain't nothing we can't make. Plus, I also have a powder coating system out in the garage, like this. I did this. Doesn't look good on the camera, but I mean, but yeah, I did all.
Depends on what's in it.
Cran grape, ocean spray diet. That's all I drink.
So that cricket machine, that's not a 3D printer.
No,
It's
cutter.
it's like It's like a. Yeah, you're basically making.
You'll get a board that's like tacky, and you can put whatever you want on it, lay out flat. Then you can design whatever design you want, or you can just copy something from the internet.
On the computer.
Yeah, and then
So you got to fire the computer to do this.
Yeah, and then you just drag it over to the Cricut software, and then it'll put it on there, and you can make it bigger, smaller, however you want it, or you can load the whole page up with, like, if you want to make 25 Johnny Beane stickers, you can just put 25 of them on there, and it'll cut them out, and they're neat.
Thank you, Janice. A decal maker. Or decals.
See, I always thought your microphone said Johnny Beane TV on it, because on the one card it does.
It did.
Oh, did it?
That was my Shure mic. My ear keeps popping now. My Shure mic has a JohnnyBean.com sticker on it.
That is a Shure mic.
My other one. I've been using this one we're going on a couple years now. My mic before this for years and years and years was a Shure 57 Beta Green.
Oh, okay.
That had a sticker on it from taking it to gigs and not losing it.
Do you want me to make you one now to put on that one?
Sure.
All right.
That'd be cool. Yeah. We go right there.
That'll work.
Okay. Look at this. Okay, so it's about 14 minutes till the top of the hour.
I could make all the 5150 decals for everybody.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, numbers. All right. Everybody's putting numbers in.
From what? 1 to what?
We're going to make them work for it. How far will this number go? Oh my gosh, look at all those zeros. That's a lot of zeros. Nah, for the guitar, for this, there'll be more zeros in the number. Tonight, what do you think?
I'd just go 0 to 100 for now.
0 to 100.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In the chat, you must participate. Random number. All right. There we go.
Now, for the other guitar, I'd make it like 1 or 0 to 10 million.
It'll be something cool. Yeah.
And you could start that tonight and just keep it going. By the time someone finds it, you'll have 200,000 subscribers.
I know. We're going to do that eventually. Okay, so I see the number. I'm going to watch the chat and see if anybody puts that number in before Nightbot tells us it's a winner. Because I see the winner. When there's a winner, I see it over here on this screen. So I see the number. So between 0 and 100, type your numbers now. If you're here. We got about 45 people here. Yeah, if you won in the past month, you're not eligible. All right, I see all the numbers. And again, if you're wondering what you're up for, is the Eddie Van Halen tribute magazine. This came out a few years ago. I believe it was either reissued or the place I got this just happened to find them and they put them out on the rack. This might be a reissue of the magazine, or it could be the first issue. I don't know. No, this is brand new. It says display. Okay, it has this year on it. All right, so these are reissued. All right, and according to that, nobody's gotten the number yet. Man, I think I'm getting sick because this ear now is getting all stuffed up.
It's all in your head, Johnny.
All my problems are in my head, man. I know that. All right, keep going. According to this, nobody's gotten the number yet. And this is a podcast, by the way.
Pod.
Yeah. This is a podcast. Don't forget, this Friday, we'll be talking the police. My friend Jay will be here. We'll be talking police stuff.
Don't stand.
Yeah. Okay, I'm watching. Nobody's getting this number. Wait a minute. Somebody just got it.
You had.
I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. All right, you got the number. How do you pronounce your name?
Gunner. I had to do it, sorry.
All right, you won. You won. I don't want to butcher your name, but so I'm not going to say your name. But for the podcast audience, they don't know what we're saying. How do you pronounce? Yeah, hey, you're here. How do you pronounce your name?
Well, last name's Korwatch.
Korwatch. You're the winner. You won. You won. The number was 27.
Wow. I can't believe no one picked that one. Usually
Nobody
lower
picked
than
that the entire
usually
time.
Yeah, usually.
I mean,
lower
I
than
didn't
go
see
first.
it. I'm scrolling back through. I see 26. I see 25, 24, 25. I see I don't see it. Like I said, we're trying to make sure all the bugs are worked out. Yo, you're welcome, man. Well, I mean, according to this, he got it. Like I said, we're trying to work the bugs out. Okay, some people are saying somebody else picked it too. Well, I mean, according to this, they won. So, but we're trying to get the bugs worked out before we start giving away the bigger stuff, like the couches, Christmas trees,
Water beds. Which, if you ever slept on a water bed, you wish to God you still did, especially when you're older.
I never did.
Oh, you don't know what you missed.
You don't get sick. You're not sleeping
No.
like
No, well, no. See, I had mine before we got married, so I had the full wave one.
We're
Didn't
not
have any-
married.
No,
What are you
I
talking
mean, yeah. The full. I had the full wave one. Didn't have any baffles in it. So when my wife and I got married, she was on the edge of the bed one night, and I come in and jumped on the other side, and it flung her completely out. That was something else. Public service announcements. Don't do that.
Let me see. People are saying the Axe picked the same number. I'm looking. The Axe. I see your numbers. Okay, yeah, you did pick it. Okay, you did pick the number 2. Not number 2, but you did pick 27 too. I see that. Yeah, we're trying to figure this out. Why sometimes it doesn't pick it up and sometimes it does. I don't know. But how do you say your name? Jabal? Jabal, you're the winner. Okay, Jabal's the winner. Message me, Jabal. See that phone number? Message me where to send the magazine. I will send that. But the axe, we'll send you something too. Okay.
There you go.
Bingo balls. Yeah, we might need to do the bingo ball thing. So, well, did he type that number in before we started the drawing? That could be the thing. Or it could one of the things could be like if you type too much too fast into the chat, sometimes it'll put you on timeout for like a few seconds. It could be those numbers are getting timed out.
True.
So that could be happening too. Okay, no, I mean, he did put the number in, but it didn't, the thing is it didn't register. So that's the important thing, that it registers. Yeah, he's saying yeah. Well, it might have appeared in the chat, but it didn't register. That's the thing. So let me. So the axe. I know you've won on here before. Did you win recently? I think I am getting sick. I'm hearing somebody else coughing. Eddie Van Halen magazine. Okay. All right, so Jabal. Oh, you won a Bonamassa CD a few months ago? Okay. All right. So you did what you did one recently though. So you have one. You have one. All right. I will still send you something though. So text me. Text me and I will send you something, okay? I'll find something in this mess of a desk. And I will send you something. Okay? But see, we're trying to work the bugs out of these giveaways. We're trying to figure this out. And I'm thinking maybe with you guys typing in like so fast, some of your let me just say, when you guys are typing the numbers in, do you guys get timed out on your end? Like, does it say, hey, you have to like stop for a minute? Like, I don't know, because I'm not doing it. It could be a setting for the chat. You do? Peggy does. Okay. How often do you get timed out when you're doing these? Yeah, I'm not showing up to NAMM sick. There's no way. Usually I leave and I'm sick. Oh, you notice many were grayed out. Okay, so the grayed out ones, those were uneligible. Yeah. So you were getting timed out. There you go. So that's what happened. That's why it didn't register. Okay. And Janice is asking what's wrong with the StreamYard giveaway tool. Okay. What I'm noticing when I use the StreamYard giveaway tool, the same people were winning a lot. Like we'd have like 50, 60, 70 people in the chat, and Jeff Davidson was the winner every time. Sorry, Jeff Davidson. But it's true. That's why that became a joke. Like, oh, Jeff Davidson's here. Just give it to him. Thank you, Radio Unique, for following me on X. I'm getting new followers on X just now. Yeah, it turned grayed out. Okay. Yeah, so if it turns gray, that means that number doesn't register. So, okay. Okay, I just got your info, Jabal. I just got your info. Thank you. Okay. And Peggy is saying StreamYard doesn't do all the people. It doesn't show all the people. Like when it does the giveaway, when it spins, you see like 5 names. And there's like 70 people in the chat. So that's
why we're trying to figure something out.
Yeah, so I don't want to use the StreamYard giveaway tool anymore because I didn't trust it. Especially with doing bigger items. Like the couch.
B9. I-42.
But see, I don't know how that's going to work either. Me actually calling out numbers? Because they'd have to put them in the chat. We'd have to go back and look through them. But, I mean, that would work. But all I can say is right now, I like the number system here with you guys typing the numbers in. I like that because that gives us the engagement that we need in the video. The boost or the jump in the chat. We need that. So I like that. Oh, I just got a text from you. Okay. Right on, man. Well, thank you. I'll still send you something though too. So message me. Message me your info. I will send you. I mean, I'm sending something out tomorrow anyway. So I'll find something here on my desk. I'll send you something. But just so I like the number system for the giveaways. But it's remember though, if you're typing and your texts, those numbers, if they're grayed out, that means they're not eligible. That means I'm not seeing them. So that means you're typing in the chat too fast.
Nightbot doesn't read those.
Nightbot doesn't read those. That's what that means. Now we know. Now we know that. Unless I can look into the chat settings. And although I think by default, it's at the lowest it can be already. Although Janice, if you send me a tweet at RealJohnnyBean, tell me to look into the chat settings. Say something like chat speed settings, and I'll know what you mean. Thank you, Janice.
Janice, you're the greatest.
Yeah, Janice is awesome. You guys got to see Janice on here on New Year's.
Yep.
I'm shocked of how many people are watching that video. The New Year's video. We're at almost like let me see. Let me actually look. New Year's video. I have so many comments I need to reply back to too. I mean, as well. I got so many comments. Chat speed settings. Thank you,
Janice, prepare for the winter storm this weekend. We're supposed to get 10 inches to 12 inches here.
Oh,
man. It's going up towards you, Janice.
The Sunday night New Year's Eve show, we're at almost at 600 views.
Wow.
And I'm shocked we got that many for that show. I thought there'd literally be 15 people in the chat that night. I didn't think anybody would be around. I thought everybody would be out. And so thank you guys for watching that. Okay. Where are we at? Oh, we're at 3 hours. Okay. We're at 3 hours. 300 views live tonight. Thank you guys.
Cool.
Thank you guys for watching tonight.
Glad you like the Tinnitus show.
Yeah, the Tinnitus show. It's the Tinnitus show. Starring
Tinnitus on Tinnitus. We can't hear what you're saying, but we'll be there.
Yeah. And again, I know this is the Van Halen Tuesday show, and we talked more about other stuff, but hey, eventually that's what's going to happen on these shows. Is it just
It's his show anyhow, so.
yeah, I can talk about whatever I want, but it becomes, you know, I like to keep, the Van Halen show mostly Van Halen, but there really wasn't much as far as news this week. There wasn't much. So, to fill 3 hours, is a bit tough. And again, the anniversary of the 84 record is next Tuesday. So we'll be definitely talking next Tuesday about the 84 album. Next Tuesday will be all Van Halen 84 news and maybe some other stuff during the week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll do another giveaway. Maybe another one of those magazines. I have another one. So,
Microphone Saturday.
Yeah, we'll do giveaway a microphone Saturday.
You got
Friday.
the
We'll
police
talk about
Friday,
the police.
Microphone Saturday, and Faith and Failure on Sunday.
Yeah, it's a busy week, man. And I'm getting sick, it feels like. My ears getting plugged up. Or maybe I'm just like what you explained, what happened to you with the amp.
Yeah.
See, if anybody tells me I have something, I think I have it. That's how I am.
Hypochondriac.
That's what I'm totally, that's what I am.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden this ear is getting all plugged up, this ear now.
Well, put it next to your amp and hit it real hard.
Oh. Ooh.
You'll have
my
that.
God. I don't want that.
I don't want it either.
Nobody wants that. I don't wish that on anybody, man. I mean, especially what you went through in the beginning. I don't wish that on no one. I know exactly. I mean, I don't know exactly what it was like, but I can imagine because of what I went through too. Not good.
Oh,
It's the oil for me. What? Janice,
you
we're
gonna
not
write
off
that?
the air yet. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to get sick, you guys.
At least you didn't say massaging oil.
Oh, vape. Oh, she vapes. If I am going to get sick, I'd rather get sick now and get it over with before I go, though. Oh,
Yeah,
no. Yeah, I don't want to get sick. I got to go out of town tomorrow anyway. So I don't want to get sick tomorrow or today.
You going to Laz's?
I don't know. I don't think so. He hasn't mentioned it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll stop by.
I thought he said New Year's Eve, have you come over Wednesday, and he had steaks and everything else.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, that sounds good.
Text him.
I can go over there and get him sick.
Hey, he said he had steaks and I don't know, fish. I don't know what all.
Let me see. Hey, did you want me to come over tomorrow? And are you going to make steaks for me and stuff? See what he says. Now I'm starving. All I had today was a bowl of soup, so I'm
You're
actually
hungry.
really hungry. I'm really hungry.
I just sent you one picture. It's the white Les Paul that Randy had. He got when he was 18, and that's not the one they show playing live. The one they show playing live is the yellow and the cream color one.
Oh, cool. And that's him?
Yeah, that's him when he was 17 or 18.
I've never seen that. Well, I've never seen that photo. Look at that.
Yeah, their manager bought him that guitar, and then he insisted on paying the guy back for it.
Very cool. Awesome, dudes. Okay. Have him email a steak. All right, so yeah, I don't know if I'll see Laz tomorrow. If I am, maybe maybe I am. Maybe I'll get to eat some food. Maybe we'll do a live. I don't know. Who knows?
You never know.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. That's why, whatever you're going to do, just do it and have a good time.
Except put your head against an amp at full volume.
Yeah, don't do that. That's crazy.
I know. I was stupid.
Wow. You guys, smash that thumbs up. I'll see you guys. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see. But thank you again.
Thank you. Again, you're all the biggest stars in the world.
Yes. Especially our channel members. We love you.
Oh, it said Richie Blackmore on the bottom. It says Rob.
Yeah. You guys are awesome. Ron, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
What?
I was beginning to wonder because you said New Year's Eve night that was my last show, so I thought, well, maybe I'm not on no more.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was your last New Year's Eve show.
Oh, okay. So I just have 11 months left. My first and last show on New Year's Eve.
I can't even remember New Year's.
It was two days ago.
Yeah. All right. We better hurry up because it tells me in 25 seconds an ad will be running and you guys won't be able to hear me. Huh? You guys,
I hear you now.
thank you for watching. Again, Tuesdays. Next Tuesday, more Van Halen. We'll be talking about the 84 album because next Tuesday is the anniversary of the 1984 record.
And no tinnitus.
And yeah, no tinnitus. All right. So smash that thumbs up. See you guys
All
next
tinnitus
time.
was tinnitus.
Yeah. All right. Rock on, dudes.
Later, everybody.
How do I do this?
You hit play.
All right. All right. Rock on. I already played that one. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely getting sick, it sounds like.
I heard that.
I know. All right, goodbye. By the way, I wrote this song. This is something I wrote and recorded like 15 years ago. Just let you guys know.